Chapter 380. Lin Xian was spatial while Miao Xiaomiao was wind. They could still react to such an attack. Whoosh whoosh. The two figures abruptly separated from each other. Boom, a loud sound rang out, accompanied by a shockwave. Lin Xian only felt a wave of heat hitting him in the face, causing him to stagger a little. Other than that, he did not feel anything because he had already run far enough away. He looked up. F***CK. The car exploded and was burning. My car. Miao Xiaomiao's heart ached. No matter what, this car was bought for 200,000. This time, it was destroyed not long after it was bought. Wah. But Lin Xian was not thinking about this. F***CK. The car exploded. How were they going to go back? It was 80 kilometers. Even if they met another cultivator's car, it wouldn't be easy, right? They would have to walk a long way, right? Bang bang bang. The ground seemed to tremble slightly. The two of them looked at a red figure in the distance at almost the same time. It was a demonic beast whose entire body was burning with fiery red flames. Its body length was probably no less than 5 meters. It could be considered a large demonic beast. It looked like both a tiger and a lion. Its entire body was brownish-red in color. The most exaggerated thing about it was that its entire body was burning with flames. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth couldn't help but twitch. The last time he saw a netherworld flaming lion, it burned with a special blue color. This one was much more normal. It burned with normal flames. Lin Xian was suspicious. Aren't you burning up? Flaming Lion Tiger Beast. Grade. Mysterious Heaven Realm 4 stars. Attribute. Fire. It is a demon beast that is well balanced in terms of speed, strength, and defense. It excels in fire and will hunt down everything it sees as prey, even if it is not hungry. Skill. Fiery Star. Condenses the energy in its body into a fireball. Extremely high damage. Flaming Claw. The flaming lion tiger can condense scorching energy in its claws. It has a powerful attack power. Absent-minded Roar. Releases a powerful roar. It will cause a mental attack to the target. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows slightly. He was really lucky to encounter a Mystic Heaven Realm 4-star demonic beast as soon as he arrived. Although the Flaming Liger Beast was only a Mystic Heaven Realm 4-star demonic beast, from the Eye of Cave Spirit, he could tell that the Flaming Liger Beast died because it was relatively strong. Its bloodline was also relatively strong. Profound Heaven Realm 4 stars actually had 3 martial skills. That was quite impressive. Little Meow Meow. This is a mysterious Heaven Realm 4-star demonic beast. I will cripple it first, you take care of it. Lin Xian said to Miao Xiaomiao. Miao Xiaomiao was really embarrassed. No. I want to kill him myself, I don't need your charity. Miao Xiaomiao said stubbornly. Alright then, go ahead and fight it. I'm leaving. Miao Xiaomiao. Wow. What a bastard. Miao Xiaomiao hurried over to Lin Xian's side. Why? Can't bear to part with me? Lin Xian took advantage of this opportunity to pinch Miao Xiaomiao's but hard. Ding. Pinching a big sister's but is considered a scumbag behavior. Scumbag value plus 300,000. It hurts. Miao Xiaomiao instinctively shouted and quickly took 2 steps back. Her face was red as she looked at Lin Xian warily. That's right, this person was even more terrifying than the flaming liger in front of him. Although it's a little small, it feels really good. Good reviews. Lin Xian grinned. Miao Xiaomiao's face was completely red. Since when did he still want to take advantage of her? Pinching her but so hard in exchange for a Mystic Heaven Realm 4-star demonic beast, Lin Xian was not at a loss. Whoosh. After that, Lin Xian arched his back and took the initiative to charge at the flaming liger beast. Along the way, Lin Xian took out Wan Xie, the spirit weapon. Roar. When the flaming liger beast realized that its opponent was not running away and was even taking the initiative to fight, it was infuriated. It preferred to see the expression of despair on its prey's face when they were running away, not like this. Whoosh. The flaming liger beast leaped. The height and distance of this leap were a little exaggerated. Then, its right front paw seemed to be flashing with sparks. This flaming liger beast had probably used the flaming claw skill the moment it appeared. Of course, unless Lin Xian was an idiot, he would not compete with it in terms of strength. He was a Mystic Heaven Realm 2-star while the flaming liger beast was a Mystic Heaven Realm 4-star demonic beast. With the support of a martial skill, it could instantly kill Lin Xian. Instant shadow. That's right. Lin Xian had the advantage, so why not use it? A simple blink shadow caused the flaming liger to miss its target. Boom! The moment the flaming liger beast landed, the ground shook violently and a large crater appeared. One could imagine how Lin Xian would be able to survive if such power landed on him. Miao Xiao Miao's body trembled. So strong. She was only in Mystic Body Realm 8-star demonic beast. She believed that under such power, there would be nothing left of her. Fortunately, she had met Lin Xian and had asked him to come with her. If she had come here alone and encountered this flaming liger, one could imagine what would have happened to her. But that might not be the case. Although the difference in their realms was huge, Miao Xiao Miao was of the wind attribute. If she wanted to run, the flaming liger beast might not be able to catch up. Lightning flash. After Lin Xian landed on the ground, he formed a heavenly thunder flash and threw it at the flaming liger beast. Boom! The flaming liger beast was not afraid at all. It formed a fireball that exploded their car and shot it over. Lightning and fire collided, creating a loud explosion in the air. Whoosh! Lin Xian's figure was sent flying by the shockwave. Luckily, he landed steadily and only staggered a little. He did not fall. This meant that the power released by the flaming liger beast was stronger than Lin Xian's Earth rank 5-star demonic beast skill, Lightning Flash. It's quite powerful. Lin Xian wiped his mouth and his eyes were filled with battle intent. Lightning Thousand Blaze Slash. Purple lightning wrapped around Thousand Evils. The two looked at each other and charged at each other again. Shwa! Roar! A painful roar broke the silence of the night, accompanied by a stream of blood. The moment the two brushed past each other, the flaming liger beast's body landed heavily on the ground. A beast is still a beast. Lin Xian raised Thousand Evils and slashed through the air. The Lightning Thousand Blaze Slash was accompanied by Lightning Sword Qi. Boom! Lin Xian was at the 2 stars of the Mysterious Heaven Realm, so he could fight against the 4 stars of the Mysterious Heaven Realm. With Lin Xian's outstanding combat ability and powerful martial skills, it would be easy to deal with the 4 stars of the Mysterious Heaven Realm. However, how much spirit energy would he need to consume and how careful he would have to be to avoid getting injured? It shouldn't be dead. Lin Xian was not sure if he could kill it with his strength. However, there was a difference of 2 stars after all. It should not be dead because he did not hear any system notification. Chapter 381. When the dust settled, the flaming liger beast was lying in a deep pit covered in blood. It was trying to get up. So fierce. Lin Xian couldn't help but be shocked. As expected of a Mystic Heaven Realm 4-star demonic beast, it could still get up after being hit by such lightning. Roar. A powerful roar was released. Ah! Lin Xian immediately held his head. His mind felt like it was about to explode. Even Miao Xiao Miao was the same. Roar. Another angry roar rang out. Plop. Lin Xian directly knelt on the ground. He even threw out the myriad evils in his hand. This was the first time Lin Xian felt such mental pain. He felt that it was more fatal than the physical pain. If his body was in pain, he could grit his teeth and get up. But if his mind was in pain, he didn't have the qualifications to grit his teeth and endure. Was this the flaming liger beast's martial skill? Lin Xian felt that this martial skill was very useful. Very awesome. If he also had such a martial skill, it would definitely be very powerful. Zzz. Lin Xian held his head with one hand and tried to condense Lightning Flash with the other. Right now, the flaming liger beast was also an arrow at the end of its flight. However, Lin Xian's Lightning Flash couldn't be condensed. It was 2F asterisk king painful. Wait a minute. Suddenly, Lin Xian realized something. He didn't only have the lightning attribute. Inside his body, he used his spiritual power to activate the poison attribute he just obtained. An invisible poison quickly spread. The flaming liger beast was a demonic beast. Its senses were much stronger than a human's. It could feel a poisonous energy spreading. It tried to run away, but it couldn't. Plop. A few seconds later, the flaming liger beast's body fell to the ground and started twitching. Lin Xian and Miao Xiaomiao also recovered. Little Miao Miao, go finish it off. Lin Xian quickly said as he put away the poison attribute. Actually, it didn't matter if he didn't put it away. Even if Miao Xiaomiao was poisoned, Lin Xian could help her extract the poison. Miao Xiaomiao moved to Lin Xian's side and shook her head. No, I want to kill him myself. Pa. Then, a voice rang out in the quiet environment. Ding. Using all your strength to hit the big sisters but is considered a scumbag's behavior. Scumbag value plus 200,000. Miao Xiaomiao. It hurts. Miao Xiaomiao pouted and covered her but with her little hands. Of course, she was embarrassed, but it hurt even more now. This bastard, couldn't he be gentler even if he wanted to hit her butt? Hurry up. Lin Xian raised his hand again. Miao Xiaomiao quickly covered her little butt and ran away. Hurry up or you'll die. Lin Xian shouted. Got it. Miao Xiaomiao was very proud, and she didn't want to owe Lin Xian any more favors. She knew that Lin Xian wanted to give the experience to her, but she didn't want to. However, Lin Xian's attitude was firm, and Miao Xiaomiao thought for a while. Lin Xian used so much strength to hit and pinch her so there was nothing wrong with this demon beast's experience as compensation. Thinking of this, Miao Xiaomiao didn't hold back with Lin Xian anymore. I was bullied to this extent by him, so it's not a problem for me to take some of his experience, right? Then, Miao Xiaomiao squatted down and turned to look at Lin Xian. Hurry up. Lin Xian raised his hand again. Comfortable. Miao Xiaomiao might be young and petite, but her butt was still very nice to touch. Then, Miao Xiaomiao's body trembled. Seeing Lin Xian's naughty expression, she made a decision and stabbed her sword into his vitals. Shua. Then, Miao Xiaomiao's power rose. Arcane Body 9th Star. Miao Xiaomiao felt that tonight was going to be a wonderful night. She had just come over and she had already risen by 1 star. Although that bastard Lin Xian often bullied her and took advantage of her, and he was very bad, the kind that was bad to the core, he was still a decent man. For any cultivator, the thing that they couldn't give up the most was a demon beast's experience. This was a mystical heaven 4th star demon beast, so he was still a decent man. But then, Miao Xiaomiao revealed a puzzled expression. The flaming liger's body was purplish-black, and the purplish-black color was still spreading even after it died. This was obviously poison. And, Miao Xiaomiao stood up and scanned the surroundings. The surrounding plants had all withered. What just happened here? Why was there poison that destroyed the surroundings? It was Lin Xian. Miao Xiaomiao walked back and looked at Lin Xian. Did it feel good? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Miao Xiaomiao rolled her eyes at Lin Xian and asked, What's with the poison? Kiss me and I'll tell you. Get lost. Bastard. Miao Xiaomiao stomped on Lin Xian's foot angrily. Hee hee. Then, Lin Xian revealed a sly smile. He realized that one of the greatest joys in life was teasing girls. Especially when he saw the girl's embarrassed or angry expression, it felt even better. Say it. Miao Xiaomiao pouted. Lin Xian said, I know how to use poison. Some kind of poisonous spirit artifact? Kiss me and I'll tell you. Miao Xiaomiao snorted proudly, then turned her head and walked forward. Her twin ponytails were especially cute. Hee hee, little Miao Miao, wait for me. Then Lin Xian chased after Miao Xiaomiao and held her hand. Miao Xiaomiao struggled and tried to break free, but she couldn't. This Lin Xian was becoming more and more impudent. Don't move. I'll only be at ease if I hold your hand. Lin Xian said seriously. Miao Xiao Miao glanced at Lin Xian. Like hell I'll believe you. Let go. I won't let go. Lin Xian grabbed her little hand and squeezed it with all his might. Squeak, Miao Xiao Miao felt wronged. Why did she have to meet such a bastard? Those who didn't know would think that they were here for their honeymoon. Let go. You pervert. Miao Xiao Miao shook again, but still couldn't break free. Lin Xian ignored her and asked, Little Miao Miao, has anyone ever told you that your hand is soft? No. Let go. I won't let go unless you kiss me. Ah. Miao Xiao Miao was going crazy. Lin Xian loved to see her go crazy. Hey. You won't be able to react in time if we encounter any danger. Miao Xiao Miao said. It's okay, I can teleport you away. Promise me, no matter if we're fighting or doing anything tonight, don't let go, okay? Okay my ass. Bastard. After that, Miao Xiao Miao gave up and let Lin Xian hold her hand. He had already held her hand and squeezed her butt. What else was missing? To be honest, this was already a good opportunity. The two of them were alone in such an environment. The sky was dark, and Lin Xian was holding her little hand. He had even pinched her butt. This kind of ambiguous atmosphere was more than enough. To be honest, Lin Xian was embarrassed. He was more embarrassed than any girl because Miao Xiao Miao was too young. But he had no choice. Lin Xian thought for a moment. He was going to make his move. Chapter 382. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Actually, his previous actions had already given Miao Xiao Miao a lot of hints. He believed that Miao Xiao Miao knew what Lin Xian meant. Little Miao Miao. Say it. Miao Xiao Miao said angrily. Lin Xian squeezed her soft little hand, then stopped abashedly and looked at her. Oh my God. He wasn't shy with Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, or even Ling Long Shui, but he was shy with Miao Xiao Miao. What the hell was this? Miao Xiao Miao showed a surprised expression, then turned to look at Lin Xian. What was this guy doing? Lin Xian's old face couldn't help but turn red. Oh my God. He was confessing to such a small lowly. Was he a beast? But he had already done all the preparation work, there was no turning back. There's something I've been hiding in my heart for a long time. I've always wanted to say it to you, but I didn't know how to say it. Miao Xiao Miao. Wasn't this the prelude to the male lead's confession in those TV dramas? Ding. Felt Miao Xiao Miao's shyness. Scumbag value plus 10,000. Lin Xian only said one sentence, and he could already feel Miao Xiao Miao's shyness. Wow. There was a chance. Miao Xiao Miao's little face was red, as if she was waiting for something. She didn't know either. Then Lin Xian slowly reached out his hand and stroked Miao Xiao Miao's little face. Little Miao Miao, although you're still young, I don't know when I started liking you. I believe you can feel it too. Miao Xiao Miao lowered her little head and didn't say anything, but her little face was really too red, even her ears were red. He really confessed to her. What should she do? What should she do? Miao Xiao Miao felt her mind go completely blank. She even felt like she was about to suffocate. Also, I've talked to your grandfather before. Your grandfather wants to marry you to me. He said that I'm the most handsome, charming, talented, and promising young man he's ever met. That's what he meant. So tonight, I mustered up my courage to confess to you. Little Miao Miao, will you be my girlfriend? Not to mention Miao Xiao Miao, even Lin Xian was nervous. Yes. No, no way. Miao Xiao Miao lowered her head and even forgot what she had just said. Alu. Ding. Confession failed. Scumbag man value. 100000. Lin Xian. Fail your mother. I'm not done with my confession yet. Lin Xian cursed in his mind. Lin Xian calmed himself down and continued to caress Miao Xiao Miao's face, causing her to feel strange all over. Don't touch me. Meow Xiao Meow mumbled in a small voice. Any girl would be like this when they were confessed to by the guy they liked. No, to be precise, only girls like Meow Xiao Meow would be shy, or Yi, Lu Yufan. In short, a girl's heart must be reserved. Then do you agree to be my girlfriend? Lin Xian asked with a smile, then added, Your grandfather sold you to me. No way. Meow Xiao Meow mumbled. Ding. Confession failed. Scumbag man value 100000. Lin Xian. No, you have to agree. Lin Xian said seriously. No way. I'm guessing 14-year-old people don't want to date. Meow Xiao Meow mumbled. She didn't know why she rejected Lin Xian, but perhaps she knew that she liked Lin Xian in her heart. 14 years old, that's the age. In ancient times, 14-year-old women were already mothers of 2 children. Meow Xiao Meow. She didn't even have the courage to look at Lin Xian. She was just that shy. No, no, no. Meow Xiao Meow's head shook like a rattle drum. Ding. Confession failed. Lin Xian's head hurt. This little girl is too reserved. What should he do? Be more forceful? Lin Xian wasn't sure if being forceful would have the opposite effect. If he knew, he wouldn't have confessed and waited for a better time. I'm joking. Then Lin Xian chickened out. Meow Xiao Meow. Wah. Is there something wrong with you? Are you kidding me? Can't you hold on a little longer or be more forceful? Maybe she'll agree. Don't you know that girls are reserved? Lin Xian felt that he should stop now and find another chance to confess tonight. After all, she was a little girl. If he failed, then so be it. Oh. Meow Xiao Meow lowered her little head and pouted. Let's go and level up. I'll see if I can reach Mystic Heaven Realm 3 stars tonight. Then Lin Xian hugged Meow Xiao Meow's tiny waist and walked forward. Meow Xiao Meow was still in a daze and followed Lin Xian woodenly. When she came back to her senses, she suddenly screamed. The scream pierced through the air. Then Meow Xiao Meow quickly struggled out of Lin Xian's big hands. You. Meow Xiao Meow pointed at Lin Xian, angry and embarrassed. She couldn't say anything. This guy actually hugged her. How despicable. What's wrong? Lin Xian was still playing dumb. You. Meow Xiao Meow really didn't know how to get angry. She could only stomp her little feet. So cute. It made Lin Xian want to push her onto the big rock next to them. Up ahead, they finally arrived at Mount Yunhua. This was a mountain range, so they had to climb up. Do you want to go up? Lin Xian turned to look at Meow Xiao Meow. Meow Xiao Meow's little face was still red. So cute. Let's go, of course. Meow Xiao Meow quickly said. This is a volcanic mountain range. It's hot, right? Can our shoes withstand it? Meow Xiao Meow. Maybe, Meow Xiao Meow said uncertainly. Lin Xian shook his head inwardly before climbing up. Give me your hand. Lin Xian stretched out his hand to Meow Xiao Meow. What are you doing? Meow Xiao Meow looked at Lin Xian warily and took a step back. This was a big bad wolf. I'll pull you up. No need, I'll do it myself. Meow Xiao Meow muttered and jumped up. She jumped even higher than Lin Xian. Lin Xian's mouth twitched. This little girl is on guard against me now? Wah. That's not good. How am I going to do it tonight if she's on guard? No, I have to take advantage of her. This Mount Yunhua wasn't very high. It was just a little steep, but it wasn't steep all the way. After you climbed up, it was basically an endless plain. Of course, it was the plain on top of the mountain range. There were demonic beasts on top. There were basically no demonic beasts when climbing. Little Meow Meow, give me your hand. Lin Xian stretched out his hand to Meow Xiao Meow again. Meow Xiao Meow wanted to cry. What was this bastard trying to do? No way. Go play in the sand. Miao Xiao Miao glared at Lin Xian and focused on climbing. Slap, when she passed by Lin Xian slapped her. Chapter 383. Miao Xiaomiao covered her burning butt and glared at Lin Xian, who was walking past her with a look of shame and anger. Bastard! This person is a bastard. Hit me if you want. Can't you use less strength? Ah, whoosh. A fireball shot towards him from behind. Lin Xian turned his head and the fireball brushed past his ear before crashing into a small hill not far away. Boom! A piece of the small hill was blasted into smithereens. Lin Xian gulped. F***ck. This little Miao Miao was ruthless. Hey! Lin Xian turned to look at Miao Xiaomiao. This girl glared at Lin Xian angrily and covered her butt with one hand. What if you hit me? Lin Xian looked at her and said, Tina. Too cute. You still want to hit me? I'll just blast you to death. Miao Xiao Miao gritted her teeth and said angrily as she slowly walked over. When she walked past Lin Xian reached out and pinched her butt. Miao Xiao Miao. Ding. Taking advantage of a young lady. The situation is quite serious. Scumbag value plus 300,000. Miao Xiao Miao had given Lin Xian a lot of scumbag value today. It was a bit comfortable. Miao Xiaomiao slapped Lin Xian's hand away and quickly retreated a few steps. She looked at Lin Xian with vigilance and anger. This bastard was getting more and more impudent. Now, they were doing it so openly. Ah. Damn it. I'm going to the trial council to sue you for molesting a beautiful girl. Miao Xiaomiao pointed at Lin Xian and gritted her teeth. Her face was red and she was angry. No. I just wanted to rub it for you. After all, I used quite a bit of strength just now. It should hurt a bit. I wanted to rub it for you out of guilt. How did it become that thing you're talking about? Lin Xian said as if he was being reasonable. Can't you just die? Stinky hooligan. Just you wait. I'm going to tell Big Sister Linya. Just you wait. Miao Xiao Miao said angrily. Most importantly, she couldn't get angry at Lin Xian for taking advantage of her. Why was that? She was a beautiful and youthful girl, so why couldn't she get angry after being taken advantage of by Lin Xian? Say it. Come to my house if you have the guts. I can make you walk out crying. Lin Xian said. Scram. Miao Xiaomiao ignored Lin Xian and walked forward weakly. Of course, she kept a certain distance from Lin Xian so that Lin Xian wouldn't take advantage of her. Reaching the top, Lin Xian looked into the distance. Thick smoke rose everywhere, and some places were even visible to the naked eye. F***ck. Wooden shoes melt instantly when you step on them? Lin Xian swallowed a mouthful of saliva as he felt the heat coming from the soles of his feet. It's fine if you don't step on those places. Those places are very thin, and there might be flowing lava a few centimeters below. But you can see it with a glance. Miao Xiaomiao reminded. Seriously, why did we have to come to such a place? There are so many places to farm monsters, but we had to come to such a place where the natural environment might be a threat to us. Do you think there's something wrong with your brain? Lin Xian glared at Miao Xiaomiao. Miao Xiaomiao. Wah. This man is really scary. First, he was licking my boots, confessing, and then all kinds of sweet nothings. Now, he's insulting me. How scary. I'm happy to. Who asked you to follow me? Miao Xiaomiao said proudly. Yes, it's my fault. Then spit out the experience of that mysterious Heaven Stage 4-star demonic beast. Pay. Stingy. Miao Xiaomiao said and continued walking forward. This place was relatively empty, but the terrain was more complicated. It was high and low, and there were a lot of rocks. So it was really hard to see where the demonic beasts were. After walking for about 3 minutes, Miao Xiaomiao and Lin Xian stopped at the same time. There seems to be the sound of fighting. Do you hear it? Lin Xian frowned. It's on the left. Let's go take a look. If it's 2 demonic beasts fighting, we can just pick up the scraps. This was a pretty good thing. Waiting for the demonic beasts to fight until both sides were injured and then picking up the scraps was something that all cultivators dreamed of. It was almost as easy as blowing off dust. Moreover, demonic beasts fighting against each other was too common. Slow down. Lin Xian shouted and quickly chased after them. There was a small slope in front of them. When they climbed up this slope, Lin Xian saw Miao Xiaomiao quickly retreating. What's wrong? Sure. Miao Xiaomiao looked at Lin Xian warily and then slightly bent her waist. Lin Xian curiously climbed up, but only half of his head was exposed. He finally knew why Miao Xiaomiao retreated. About 30 meters behind the small hill, two groups of people were fighting. And it was a kind of life and death battle. One cultivator after another fell into a pool of blood. It seemed that the fight had not been going on for long, but the situation was one-sided. One side had more than 10 people, and the other side had 6 or 7 people. Those 10 people were beaten up by the 6 or 7 people, and in a short time, there was only one person left. 2 groups of people? It shouldn't be. Miao Xiaomiao frowned. I think it's more likely to be people from the Evil Fiend Temple, Lin Xian said. Evil Fiend Temple. Miao Xiaomiao was shocked. Lin Xian nodded. It should be the Evil Fiend Temple. Under normal circumstances, 6 people killing 10 people? Moreover, these 6 people would only act if they had the same idea. Generally speaking, it was very difficult for 6 people to have the same idea, and even if someone had the same idea, they would not dare to say it out loud. Even if it was their own companions, unless they trusted each other to the extreme. But was there really a lot of such trust? Not a lot. Especially the same sex. Lin Xian had a deep understanding of this. If the 6 of them could have the same idea, and there was even a woman among the 6, then the chances of them being from the Evil Fiend Temple were too high. Because the people from the Evil Fiend Temple had the same idea. Evil Fiend Temple. Evil Fiend Temple. They're killing innocent people again. Miao Xiaomiao secretly clenched her fist. It was obvious that she was a little fairy who hated evil. Her heart was filled with a sense of justice, but any normal cultivator would hate the Evil Fiend Temple. This was very normal. Lin Xian, do we have the strength to kill all of them? Miao Xiaomiao turned her head and asked Lin Xian. She could not sense the realms of those people, but subconsciously, she thought that Lin Xian was omnipotent. She felt that Lin Xian could see it. This was very normal. In the eyes of every girl, the man they loved was omnipotent. In fact, Lin Xian also wanted to act, but it was better to avoid trouble. Moreover, it was life-threatening. At this distance, the Eye of Cave Spirit could not detect their realms, so it was very uncertain. Let's forget it. It's too dangerous. If we're not careful, we might both die here. Since there are Evil Fiend Temple members here, let's leave Cloud Volcano and find another place to farm, Lin Xian said to Miao Xiaomiao. Chapter 384. He was not being a coward. He was being responsible for himself and Miao Xiaomiao. It was not to say that punishing the evil and upholding the good was the right thing to do. He knew that there was great danger, but he still wanted to stand up and fight like an egg against a rock. He felt that he was righteous and justice would not fall. He felt that he was very noble and noble. But he was a fool, and he would only end up dead. Miao Xiaomiao nodded slightly. Although she wanted to make a move, she knew what the outcome would be. If they knew their realms and knew that they were weaker than the 2 of them, they would definitely make a move. But if they did not know their realms, they would only be sending themselves to death. After that, Lin Xian and Miao Xiaomiao quietly retreated. Where are the 2 of you going? At this moment, a mocking voice suddenly came from the top of the small hill above them. Lin Xian and Miao Xiaomiao were shocked and piqued. They didn't know when, but one of the 6 men had come up. At this moment, he was looking down at them with a mocking smile, as if everything was under his control. It was as if he was looking at 2 ants. This made Lin Xian especially unhappy. Mystic Heaven Realm 1 star. Lin Xian sneered in his heart. Spatial shackles. The man suddenly felt the space around him being shackled, and the smile on his face disappeared, replaced by panic. This daddy hates pretentious dogs like you the most. Don't you think that you're very awesome, that you're high above, and that victory is in your hands? Idiot! After saying that, Lin Xian smiled disdainfully and threw a heavenly thunder flash over. Really, Lin Xian beat up these kinds of people whenever he saw one. He was like a fool, and he didn't know where his sense of superiority came from. Boom! The spatial shackles made it impossible for him to dodge. Heavenly Thunder Flash, an Earth Rank 5-star lightning attributed martial skill. In addition to the fact that Lin Xian's cultivation level was 1 star higher than his own, it landed firmly on his body. Even if he managed to block it, he would definitely be severely injured, if not dead. Moreover, the injuries would be extremely terrifying. One had to know that the explosive power of an Earth Rank 5-star martial skill could cause ideal injuries even if it landed on a martial artist of a higher cultivation level. Otherwise, why were Earth Rank martial skills so rare? Otherwise, how could it be worthy of an Earth Realm martial skill? Not to mention the Purple Lightning, not to mention a cultivator of a lower realm than Lin Xian by 1 star. Pooh! The man spat out a mouthful of blood, but he did not fall because he was still trapped in the spatial shackles. Spatial compression. Following which, the figure was squashed into a meat patty by the compression of space before falling to the ground. Naturally, the EXP was given to Lin Xian. Meow Xiao Miao's mouth wide open. Wasn't this spatial shackles too invincible? It was indeed powerful. However, the main reason was because that person had been severely injured and was unable to resist the spatial compression. If it was someone who had not been injured, even if their cultivation level was 1 star lower than Lin Xian's, it would still be difficult for them to directly crush him to death. However, this spatial shackles could be used later. Even if the opponent could block it, it could still hit the opponent steadily. This was a good combination effect, but the prerequisite was that the opponent's realm was not higher than Lin Xian's. 1 star was probably the limit. Being trapped in the spatial shackles, even if the opponent's realm was the same as Lin Xian's, they should be able to break free as long as they burst out. It mainly depended on the mastery and purity of space. Therefore, although space was powerful, it still depended on the level of the opponent. Since they had been discovered, there were only 2 paths left. One was to use the spatial shackles to escape, which should not be a problem. The other was to kill. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, with one person killed, the other 5 quickly rushed over and appeared on the hill in an instant, looking at Lin Xian and Miao Miao. At this time, Lin Xian could also clearly see the cultivation levels of the 5 people. 3 Mystic Heaven Realm 1 stars, 1 Mystic Heaven Realm 2 stars, and 1 Mystic Heaven Realm 3 stars. How should he put it? To Lin Xian, they were not strong. Individually, they were not strong, but if the 5 of them came together, to be honest, Lin Xian was not afraid. It could be considered a relief. And the most perverse thing was that Lin Xian could see their attributes. The strongest attribute was the woman's ice attribute. The other 4 did not have any rare attributes. Meow 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 reached out and held the spirit weapon in her hand. She knew that they were going to fight. She did not hide behind Lin Xian just because her realm was lower. The 5 of them did not have any sad expressions because their companion had died at the hands of Lin Xian. Instead, they were very calm and indifferent, as if someone they did not know had died. Finally, a Mystic Heaven Realm. What's the point of killing those Mystic Body Realm? The woman licked her lips and stared at Lin Xian and Meow Meow Meow. Yo, what a beautiful little loli. Don't hurt this little girl. Wait until I'm done playing with her. A burly man looked at Meow 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 with an interested smile. Lin Xian, he's even more perverse than you. Meow 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 turned her head and said to Lin Xian, "Please don't compare them to me, thank you." Lin Xian said casually. Oh. Seeing that they could still talk so casually, the 5 of them were surprised. Lin Xian raised his head and glanced at them before saying, "You must be from the Evil Fiend Hall. Since you've guessed that we're from the Evil Fiend Temple, why aren't you panicking?" The woman was the strongest of the 5, the Mystic Heaven Realm 3 stars. It was obvious that she was the leader of this group. That's because I'm not afraid of you. Gee! The 5 of them sneered. Not afraid. It was true that he was strong enough to kill a Mystic Heaven Realm 1-star, but they could also feel that he was only a Mystic Heaven Realm 2-star. A Mystic Heaven Realm 2-star. Not to mention her, even the 3 Mystic Heaven Realm 1-stars could kill him together, so they were not worried at all. And Lin Xian was also the one who was not worried. Plop! At this moment, the 3 Mystic Heaven Realm 1-stars fell to the ground at the same time and started twitching. The remaining 2 were shocked. There's poison. Be careful. The woman suddenly realized something and immediately covered her nose and distanced herself. The Mystic Heaven Realm 2-stars cultivator clutched his chest and wanted to run. Of course he could run. After all, he was also a Mystic Heaven Realm 2-star. The poison could not instantly make him lose his ability to move, but he was trapped in space. Before he could even react, another heavenly thunder flash directly electrocuted him. Meow Meow Meow's mouth was wide open. What kind of monster was this Lin Xian? Did he attack? What did he do? Why was there only one of them left who could move? Chapter 385. Miao Xiaomiao realized that the more she got to know Lin Xian, the less she knew about Lin Xian. But she was sure that Lin Xian had the ability to release poison. And he could release it silently. No, it wasn't actually silent. Lin Xian's poison could be detected after it was released. If one looked carefully, they could even see it with their eyes. This was because Lin Xian hadn't reached the level of being completely silent. It was just that the 5 people were too relaxed. The 3 mysterious Heaven Realm 1-star cultivators lost their ability to move after absorbing the poison. They would probably die within 20 minutes. The mysterious Heaven Realm 2-star cultivator would be able to hold on for a longer time. However, he was struck by the heavenly thunder flash, so he would probably die faster than the other 3. At this moment, the woman from the evil fiend temple stared at Lin Xian from afar. Treacherous villain. The woman revealed an angry expression. Ha ha ha, you're not worthy of calling me treacherous. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Humph. You think your poison will work on me? Lin Xian shrugged and said, of course it won't work. With Lin Xian's current poison level, he could poison people of the same cultivation level. However, if the poison was 1 star higher, it wouldn't be so effective. As long as she deliberately resisted and didn't let the poison invade, it wouldn't be a big problem. At most, it would hinder her for a while. However, if she could poison Lin Xian in some way, even if she was a few stars higher than him, he would still be greatly injured. But this was a little difficult. However, Lin Xian didn't just rely on poison to win. Whoosh! The woman didn't hesitate to release a wave of energy. The scorching ground was instantly covered in ice and quickly rushed towards them. Fire Spirit Technique. Miao Xiaomiao didn't hesitate to release flames. The flames resisted the corrosion of the ice, but they couldn't stop it. After all, Miao Xiaomiao was only at the mysterious Heaven Realm while she was at the mysterious Heaven Realm 3-star. Little Miao Miao, step back. Leave her to me. Miao Xiaomiao glanced at Lin Xian and asked worriedly, will it be okay? The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled up. Of course, remember to promise her a kiss. With that, Lin Xian's figure disappeared from the spot, and Miao Xiaomiao jumped back to open up the distance between them. Space. The woman's pupils suddenly shrank. What are you looking at? I'm behind you. Lin Xian's voice suddenly appeared behind her. The dagger in the woman's hand shot behind her without hesitation, but it only hit loneliness. Now I'm behind you again. Damn it. The woman gritted her teeth. I'd like to see where you can run to. Extreme ice domain. Wind and snow formed in this hot environment. The wind was mixed with the snow, and it was as if every snowflake could cut a person's skin. Within a radius of about 20 meters, it was as if a snow tornado had formed. As long as a martial artist was within this range, they would definitely be injured by both the frost and the wind. However, Lin Xian's space ability was able to deal with such a situation as long as he reacted fast enough. As expected, Lin Xian appeared 20 meters away. You think that's enough? The woman sneered. Break. Whoosh. In an instant, the wind and snow rushed towards Lin Xian in a large area. You think I only know how to hide? No, I'm just taking you for a walk. Lin Xian smirked. This technique was indeed powerful, at least 5 stars of the Earth class. But Lin Xian was not weak either. This 1-star difference was actually negligible to Lin Xian. 5 lightning celestial phenomenon. Sizzle sizzle. Purple lightning suddenly rose from Lin Xian's body. Boom. Following that, the wind and snow collided with the purple lightning. That terrifying power was truly frightening. Miao Xiao Miao felt a chill run down her spine. Was this the power of the mysterious heaven realm combined with an Earth-class technique? So strong. And Lin Xian's 5 lightning celestial phenomenon was even stronger. That seemingly more terrifying wind and snow was actually suppressed by the 5 lightning celestial phenomenon. And then scattered. Boom, streaks of lightning bolts bombarded the woman indiscriminately. She couldn't compare to Lin Xian in terms of speed because she was purely of the ice attribute. Moreover, she had never imagined that a 2-star mysterious heaven stage cultivator would be able to crush her 3-star mysterious heaven stage cultivator. Moreover, she had even released such a powerful force. When the dust settled, or more accurately, before the dust had even settled, Lin Xian had already heard the system's notification. At the same time, a surge of energy rose from his body. He had reached Mysterious Heaven Realm 3 stars. It was enough for today. He actually did not have much hope of reaching Mysterious Heaven Realm 3 stars. When the dust settled completely, Lin Xian saw that the woman's corpse had already been swallowed by the magma. The lightning had probably coincidentally destroyed the weaker part of her body. At the same time, she was also heavily injured by the lightning and was swallowed by the magma. With her mortal body, she naturally could not withstand the power of the magma. Miao Xiao Miao was truly shocked. It had been a long time since she had seen Lin Xian fight, right? Lin Xian's battle today had given her a huge shock. He had many tricks up his sleeves and was extremely strange. Furthermore, his combat ability was extremely strong. The effects of space and lightning were unimaginable. He even seemed to possess some kind of poison. How did he manage to release it? Little Miao Miao. Lin Xian grinned and walked towards Miao Xiao Miao. Miao Xiao Miao also walked over. Lin Xian, I'm very curious. What kind of poison was that? Miao Xiao Miao was really curious. Was it some kind of poison released by a spirit weapon? But she had been watching the entire battle and did not see Lin Xian take out any spirit weapon. Do you know about the Abyss Yama? In fact, there was no need to hide it. Of course, there was no need to hide it from those around him. I do. Didn't it reveal that there was a Abyss Yama in the 10,000 Spider Cave a while ago? Many cultivators also went there. We originally planned to go as well, but we gave up in the end. Miao Xiao Miao said. Then, she suddenly realized something and looked at Lin Xian with her mouth slightly open. You didn't use the Abyss Yama to obtain the poison attribute, did you? Lin Xian nodded. Yes. Otherwise, where do you think I got the poison from? What a pervert. Lin Xian. To be honest, Miao Xiao Miao felt that Lin Xian's luck was really too good. Also, he was too mysterious. He had the dual attributes of space and lightning. He had also escaped death several times. He had all kinds of powerful martial skills, and now he had obtained the poison attribute. She knew that if a cultivator wanted to obtain the poison attribute, the Abyss Yama was one of the ways. But how high was the mortality rate? Even the most powerful cultivators would not dare to try it. But Lin Xian just happened to try it, and just happened to succeed. She really did not know if she was too weak or if Lin Xian was too talented. Why was there nothing that could stump him? Quick, give me a kiss. Lin Xian pointed at his cheek. Chapter 386. Miao Xiao Miao's face turned slightly red. Go to hell. With that, she stomped hard on Lin Xian's foot. Hey, Didn't you say you would kiss me when I dealt with them? Miao Xiao Miao glared at Lin Xian. When did I say that? You were the one who said it. I don't care, you have to kiss me. I'll kiss you my ass. Damn pervert. Perverted uncle. Miao Xiao Miao pouted and said. Lin Xian. Perverted? It seemed to be a little. Forget it, forget it. If you don't want to kiss me, then don't kiss me. Alright, those 4 people are about to die from the poison. No. They're yours. Go. Don't be so polite with me. Be careful or I'll spank you. To Lin Xian, or more accurately, to every cultivator, the experience points higher than their cultivation level was the most significant. Lin Xian was already at Mysterious Heaven Realm 3 stars. The experience points of Mysterious Heaven Realm 2 stars were also very high, but it was definitely not as good as Mysterious Heaven Realm 4 stars. And to Miao Xiao Miao, who was at Mysterious Body Realm 9 stars, for Mysterious Heaven Realm experience points was almost enough for her to reach Mysterious Body Realm 10 stars. Lin Xian then said, furthermore, I'm already at Mysterious Heaven Realm 3 stars, and you haven't even reached Mysterious Heaven Realm yet. Aren't you anxious? Go. If you really feel that you owe me or are embarrassed, just kiss me. Kiss your head. I'm going. Of course, she was embarrassed, but Lin Xian was right. She was really anxious to reach Mysterious Heaven Realm. After walking over, Miao Xiao Miao released her flames and burned the 4 people to ashes. Although she was young, she had killed many people, so she did not show any fear. This was actually something that Lin Xian admired about Miao Xiao Miao. Not to mention that she was 14 years old. Even if she was 40 years old, there would still be a large number of cultivators who had never killed before. The first time they killed someone was definitely disgusting and nauseating. But Miao Xiao Miao was already able to kill without batting an eyelid at 14 years old. Alright, kiss me. Lin Xian leaned over and pouted. Patter. Miao Xiao Miao slapped Lin Xian on the lips. Disgusting. Miao Xiao Miao rolled her eyes. Wow. You're already going back on your words at such a young age. What will happen when you grow up? Did I promise you anything? You were the one who said it all along. Miao Xiao Miao said reasonably. But that was the truth. Fine, fine, fine. Don't expect me to bring you out in the future. Let's go back. Lin Xian secretly shook his head. He was hoping that he would be able to take Miao Xiao Miao down tonight and do something to her in the car. Unfortunately, he was too weak. Moreover, this little girl was too arrogant, so it was a little difficult. It would probably require some special methods. Are we going back? Miao Xiao Miao asked. Lin Xian said, there were already 2 groups of people here before us. I reckon that quite a number of monsters have been killed, so if we continue to stay here, I'm afraid that we won't encounter many monsters. Furthermore, the soles of my shoes are burning hot, aren't you? A little. Come, take off your shoes. I'll help you blow on your feet. Get lost. Damn pervert. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian with disdain. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and coughed awkwardly. Also, our car exploded, and we don't know where their car is. I forgot to remind you not to burn them to death. Now that the car keys have been burned, we can still connect the wires if we find the car. We don't need the keys, but we'll probably have to spend a lot of effort to find it. Miao Xiao Miao nodded. Alright, let's go back then. She didn't do anything tonight. She was just a hooligan. Because of Lin Xian's existence, she rose by 2 stars. Actually, Lin Xian could have given Miao Xiao Miao a heavenly star fruit to help her reach the mysterious heaven realm. But after thinking about it, she didn't even agree to his confession. What was the point of giving her anything? She had a temper. He wasn't going to give it to her. He'll let her do it herself. Also, the heavenly star fruit was like a big wheel. After changing one, it would double the next. Right now, the big wheel was already worth 4 million. Lin Xian was a little reluctant to give it up. But Lin Xian knew that the things that came out of the big wheel would be very exaggerated. But how should he put it? If he got an inflatable doll or a true flame bomb, it would be very awkward. The true flame bomb was also quite powerful, but that was against the old Lin Xian. Right now, it wasn't very useful. Then, the two left Mount Yunhua. Lin Xian kept trying to hold Miao Xiao Miao's hand, but she didn't give him a chance. She kept calling him a pervert. A pervert? There seemed to be some. This little girl was only 14 years old, and he was 21 years old. If he kept taking advantage of her, what was he if not a pervert? But there was no other way. The two of them circled around Mount Yunhua for more than 2 hours, but they didn't see a single car. Lin Xian was dumbfounded. What's going on? Where are their cars? Lin Xian scratched his head and leaned against a tree, thinking about life. Yeah, why aren't there any cars? Logically speaking, there shouldn't be less than 5 cars in the two groups. Since they came to Mount Yunhua, they couldn't have parked far away. Miao Xiao Miao also took a deep breath and drank a mouthful of water. What should we do? I want to go home. Miao Xiao Miao pouted and said. Why? Are you anxious now? Lin Xian looked at her with a smile. You still dare to say? If we don't have a car, we'll definitely meet a lot of demonic beasts on the way. If we're unlucky and meet a powerful demonic beast, we'll die. Do you want me to call Grandpa and ask him to send someone to pick us up? But I didn't tell Grandpa when I came out. Miao Xiao Miao pouted and said pitifully. The rest of the wind mercenaries were out on missions again. All right, you can ask your friend to pick us up. Miao Xiao Miao said. No, let's just spend the rest of our lives like this. Let's go, let's find a cool place to have sex. Miao Xiao Miao. Scram. Miao Xiao Miao scolded in annoyance. It was awkward. Since they couldn't find a car, Lin Xian couldn't really walk back with Miao Xiao Miao. He thought for a moment and finally decided to call Ling Ying. It was late at night. Ling Ying picked up the phone and said in a sleep-talking voice. Just say it. Lin Xian. All right, this was Ling Ying's style. Little Ling Ying, are you sleeping? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Ling Ying yawned and said listlessly, What do you think? Was there something wrong with Lin Xian? He didn't even look at the time and asked the obvious. That. Lin Xian coughed embarrassedly and said, Why don't you get up, wash your face, and drive over to pick me up? Beep beep beep. The call was hung up. Chapter 387. Lin Xian was speechless. It was so damn real. This was Ling Ying. What's wrong? You hung up. Miao Xiao Miao moved closer to Lin Xian and glanced at him. Probably the signal is bad. Lin Xian coughed awkwardly. He couldn't tell her that he was hung up, could he? That would be so embarrassing. He was a handsome young man who was loved by everyone and whose flowers bloomed when they saw him. He couldn't let Miao Xiao Miao look down on him. TSK, who are you kidding? The signal of planet Aqua Blue can be received even if it's thousands of kilometers away. How far is it now? 80 kilometers and there's no signal. It's definitely hung up. Why is my signal so good? Miao Xiao Miao rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Why did he have to suffer for his pride? Men. Lin Xian touched his nose awkwardly. Tisk. TSK. TSK. The signal was really bad just now. Why would I lie to you? If you don't believe me, I can call you again. Lin Xian then dialed Ling Ying's number. A few seconds later. The subscriber you have dialed is currently in a call. Please try again later. Lin Xian. Wow. Why did this scene seem so familiar? Let's hang up. Pfft. Miao Xiao Miao didn't know why. Even though the consequence was that they couldn't go home, she just wanted to laugh. Men. Hee hee. Pig trotters. Lin Xian was embarrassed. Ah. This Ling Ying didn't give him any face at all. No, he had to teach him a lesson when he got home. Laugh. If you laugh again, I'll smack your butt. Lin Xian glared fiercely at Miao Xiao Miao. Miao Xiao Miao subconsciously covered her still burning butt and took a step back. Bastard. Lin Xian then sent a WeChat message to Ling Ying. If you don't pick up the phone, I'll go find Chuxue. Ling Ying yawned and fumbled for his phone. Then, he saw Lin Xian's message. Bah! Then, Lin Xian's phone rang. I want to ask you, how many hats do you want? This was a message sent by Ling Ying. Lin Xian. Wow. As expected, he couldn't hold on. My bad, my bad. Little Ling Ying, I can't go home now. I need your help urgently. Ling Ying secretly shook her head. Then, she sat up. Send me your location. Lin Xian happily sent her his location, then showed Miao Xiao Miao the chat history. Of course, he only sent her his location from the back. Do you see that? This is my charm. On the surface, she didn't pick up the phone, but in fact, she directly asked me for the location. Don't block me. I want to see what they're talking about. Miao Xiao Miao said. Lin Xian. No way. Che, hypocritical old man. Miao Xiao Miao wrinkled her nose cutely. Lin Xian coughed dryly to hide his awkwardness. Let's wait. Let's find a place to sit and wait for Ling Ying to come. 80 kilometers. She'll be here in an hour. Miao Xiao Miao nodded. Then, the two of them found a place where they could hide. There were more trees and shrubs nearby. Then, the two of them sat down against a tree. The first thing Lin Xian did when he sat down was to put his hand on Miao Xiao Miao's beautiful legs. What a beast! Miao Xiao Miao's body trembled. Then, she sent a kick over. However, Lin Xian easily dodged it. Get lost. Pervert. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian with disdain. Then, she quickly ran to the tree opposite and sat down. Lin Xian smiled helplessly. Sigh. Men are so difficult. Little Miao, when do you plan to find a boyfriend? Lin Xian brought the topic back to this point. None of your business. Miao Xiao Miao glared at Lin Xian. Of course I have to care. Hurry up and tell me. I don't know. Miao Xiao Miao turned her face to the side. How can you not know? Lin Xian casually threw a stone over. Miao Xiao Miao caught it with her hand. Then, with a little force, the stone turned into powder. See that? If you dare to provoke me again, I'll crush you as easily as crushing this stone. Miao Xiao Miao said proudly, throwing down a harsh sentence. Pff. Lin Xian saw that she still had a serious expression on her face. He couldn't help but laugh. Really? Then pinch me. Let's see if I'm harder than this stone. Umph. You're not made of steel. You're definitely not as hard as a stone. Miao Xiao Miao snorted. But I'm bigger than the stone in your hand. Lin Xian laughed. Ding. Flirting with young sister. Scumbag value plus 50,000. Miao Xiao Miao didn't realize that there was a problem. Then I can crush it too. Why don't you try squeezing it first? Lin Xian's lips curled up. Umph. Miao Xiao Miao was just saying. If she really wanted to hit Lin Xian, she definitely wouldn't. At this moment, Miao Xiao Miao's figure suddenly retreated. Ah! She screamed. Then, Lin Xian saw that Miao Xiao Miao seemed to be dragged away by something. Whoosh! Lin Xian instantly stood up and rushed over. He took out 1,000 evils. When Lin Xian rushed into the bush, his pupils suddenly shrank. A huge toad was standing there. Its long red tongue was wrapped around one of Miao Xiao Miao's legs and pulling it into its mouth. This toad was probably 5 meters long. It was a terrifying creature. Its overall appearance wasn't much different from a small toad. It was just that the pustules on its body were especially disgusting and big. Its eyes were blood red and were especially terrifying. Lin Xian. Miao Xiao Miao unleashed a variety of powers, but none of them caused any substantial damage to the toad. Furthermore, her legs were bound and she was dragged into the air. Anyone would panic in such a situation, not to mention Miao Xiao Miao, who was completely unprepared. After all, she was only a 14-year-old girl. Ka, Lin Xian gripped Thousand Evils tightly and released his spatial attribute to appear above the huge toad. He held Thousand Evils with both hands and stabbed down. The sword pierced through its skin and flesh. But the toad's skin was probably too thick to cause any substantial damage. But there was still pain. Following that, its tongue subconsciously let go of Miao Xiao Miao and it let out a sharp cry. Lin Xian pulled out Thousand Evils and rushed towards Miao Xiao Miao. He grabbed her waist and used Blink Shadow again to appear 10 meters away. The moment the sword was pulled out, one of the pustules on the toad's skin burst open. Poison splashed out from within and all the flowers and plants it touched were instantly corroded into ashes. Hide further away, Lin Xian said to Miao Xiao Miao and ran to the other side. Miao Xiao Miao sniffed. She was really scared to death and quickly hid behind a tree. Lin Xian, you be careful. Miao Xiao Miao shouted worriedly. Lin Xian then released his Eye of Cave Spirit to check. Thousand Poison Toad King. Level. Mysterious Heaven Realm 6 star. Attribute. Earth. It is a demonic beast that is slow but has strong defense. The most terrifying thing about it is its extremely nimble tongue, which is extremely flexible and has great attacking power. Its body is extremely poisonous, and anyone who touches it will die. Skill, Death Whip, uses its tongue to create a fast whipping effect. It is extremely powerful. Death Sound Wave, releases a powerful sound wave. It has an extremely strong destructive power. Poison Blast, the Thousand Poison Toad King's fatal attack. It deals 1000 damage to the enemy but also 800 damage to the user. All the pustules on the toad's skin burst open. The poison will spread to all enemies within 10 meters. Chapter 388. The Thousand Poisons Toad King was probably Lin Xian's first time encountering this type of demonic beast. Of course, there were many different types of demonic beasts in the world, and it was impossible for a cultivator to have fought with all kinds of demonic beasts. But obviously, it was good news if one had fought before. In future battles, one would be able to understand the habits and fighting style of this type of demonic beast, and it would be beneficial. A toad-type demonic beast, especially one this large, was really a little exaggerated. Even the flaming liger from before would be like a little brother in front of this Thousand Poisons Toad King. At least in terms of size, it was so. Mysterious Heaven Realm 6 stars. Lin Xian's cultivation had risen to Mysterious Heaven Realm 3 stars. The gap between 3 stars was still quite large, especially when compared to other demonic beasts. Furthermore, this Thousand Poisons Toad King was of the Earth attribute, and its defense was very high. The reason his sword had been able to pierce through was probably because this Thousand Poisons Toad King had not reacted in time to release its defensive energy, allowing Lin Xian to succeed. But even if he succeeded, it was practically useless against this Thousand Poisons Toad King. Its skin was coarse and its flesh was thick. The entire length of the sword had pierced into its body, but it did not seem to be able to pierce through its disgusting fat and injure its internal organs. Lin Xian's grip on Wan Xie's hand tightened. Miao Xiao Miao was hiding in the distance, watching Lin Xian and the Thousand Poisons Toad King's every move with worry. Previously, she had released various types of power. Earth rank martial skills, fire attribute, and wind attribute had all been tested, but they were unable to cause any harm to the Thousand Poisons Toad King. Even if it was a Mysterious Heaven Realm 3 star, how could it remain indifferent when she released an Earth rank martial skill as a Mysterious Body Realm 10 star? Furthermore, Lin Xian's sword had pierced through the Thousand Poisons Toad King's back, so Miao Xiao Miao could roughly guess the Thousand Poisons Toad King's cultivation. Although she was embarrassed and worried, Miao Xiao Miao understood that she had no right to participate in this battle. If she participated, not only would she not help Lin Xian, she would even drag Lin Xian down. She was very smart and not pretentious, just like how some people felt sorry for Lin Xian and let him fight alone at a time like this, not caring about their own cultivation levels. In any case, they just said they wanted to help and then stood up. In fact, they couldn't help at all. On the contrary, if the demonic beasts shifted their target to her, it would distract Lin Xian from saving and protecting her. Why bother? Hence, This was what made Meow Xiao Meow so good. She was very smart. Schwa, the Thousand Poisons Toad King, did not set its sights on Meow Xiao Meow just because she had dodged. Although in its eyes, this kind of tender and fragrant girl would definitely taste better, it still had to deal with the man in front of it first. It opened its disgusting bloody mouth that was covered in mucus. Its tongue that was covered in its mucus rushed towards Lin Xian at an unimaginable speed. Lin Xian's pupils shrank, and he dodged to the side. Bang! That tongue directly pierced through a tree behind Lin Xian with ease. Lin Xian, F***CK. Is that a tongue or what? So fierce? If it directly pierced a person's body, wouldn't that person also be pierced through like this tree? What was even more exaggerated was that the tongue was too lazy to even pull it out. It directly swept to the side, and the powerful force directly uprooted the tree and threw it towards Lin Xian. Boom! A large crater was created in the ground. Of course, it didn't hit Lin Xian, but it was enough to see how strong this Thousand Poisons Toad King was. Mysterious Heaven Realm 6 stars. Normally, with my strength, I should be able to cause damage to it. But if it's Earth attribute, then it's a different story. Let's give it a try first. Lin Xian's mind was whirling as he landed. Then, he suddenly raised Wan Xie and rushed over at an extremely fast speed. The Thousand Poisons Toad King was fierce, but it definitely had a weakness, and that was its agility. It wasn't just its agility. Although its flexible tongue was very long, Lin Xian was already in front of it. It couldn't retract its tongue in time, and using its tongue to attack Lin Xian was not fast or strong, so there was no need to worry at all. Thousand Lightning Blaze Slash. Lin Xian's Wan Xie flashed with purple lightning as he slashed at the huge Thousand Poisons Toad King. The power did indeed hit the Thousand Poisons Toad King's body, but at this moment, the Thousand Poisons Toad King's body was wrapped in an earthy yellow light. The sword and lightning slammed into the toad's body as if they were hitting a hard rock. This was the Earth attribute. Lin Xian's Thousand Lightning Blaze Slash was filled with Wan Xie, and with the support of Wan Xie's spirit weapon, his strength was raised to 150%. Even so, he was still unable to cause any damage. With a difference of 3 stars, the Earth attribute's defensive power, and the demonic beast's physique that was much stronger than humans, Lin Xian's lightning, spirit weapon, and Earth greatsword skills were all unable to penetrate it. So, after Lin Xian slashed out with the sword chi of the Thousand Lightning Blaze Slash, he quickly pulled away. He was thinking of a way to fight. How to deal with it. There was a way, but whether it would work or not, he had to give it a try. Lin Xian, if we really can't beat it, let's use the space attribute to run. Meow Xiao Meow looked worriedly at Lin Xian as she shouted. No. Its disgusting tongue actually touched your leg. I won't allow it, only I can touch it. This little master must kill it. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Meow Xiao Meow's heart trembled slightly. Could it be that he was fighting this powerful demonic beast because of her? Just because this demonic beast used its tongue to bind her leg? Bastard! Why was he still teasing her at this time? But Meow Xiao Meow's heart was actually filled with sweetness. She was just worried about Lin Xian. Then you must be careful, this demonic beast's cultivation is very high, and it's very strong, and it's poisonous. Got it. Poison, Lin Xian's poison should be useless against it. Its cultivation was too high, and it was also poisonous. Schwa, the Thousand Poisons Toad King spat out its tongue again, but this time it came out faster than before, and it seemed to carry some kind of power. Death Whip? Lin Xian frowned, guessing that it was the Thousand Poisons Toad King's martial technique. He quickly used Blink Shadow to pull away. This was Lin Xian's advantage against this demonic beast. Boom, boom, boom. The next scene left Lin Xian speechless. The tongue seemed to have gone mad as it lashed out madly at a nearby area. When it hit the ground, the impact caused the surrounding area to be smashed to pieces. That's right. The ground was smashed to pieces. One could only imagine how powerful this tongue that didn't seem very thick actually was. Doesn't it hurt? Lin Xian's mouth twitched. This was his own tongue. Doesn't it hurt at all? What an angry creature. Chapter 389. Miao Xiao Miao was trembling with fear. Luckily, Lin Xian had the spatial attribute. Otherwise, if it was just a simple battle, the Thousand Poisons Toad King's high-frequency, high-strength martial arts technique would be very terrifying. It might be fine against those with high agility, but against those with low agility, this martial arts technique would definitely be fatal. Let me test your strength again. Physical attacks like swords might not have much effect on it, but what about pure elemental attacks? With Blink Shadow 10 meters and Lin Xian's high movement speed, he quickly rushed in front of the Thousand Poisons Toad King. Before its wildly lashing tongue returned, Lin Xian slammed his right hand on the ground. 5 Thunder Celestial Phenomenon. Sizzle, boom, terrifying purple lightning instantly enveloped Lin Xian and the Thousand Poisons Toad King. Miao Xiao Miao was trembling with fear from afar. She put her little hand on her chest and prayed for Lin Xian. Nothing must happen to him. Boom! All of a sudden, a region of the lightning was broken through, and Lin Xian's figure flew out. Roar, a very sharp sound wave, which made people subconsciously cover their ears, but was completely useless, dispersed the lightning. Careful! Miao Xiao Miao shouted. Lin Xian's pupils shrank. A sound wave that was invisible to the naked eye, but seemed to be able to be felt directly rushed over. Blink Shadow. Without any hesitation, Lin Xian used Blink Shadow again and left the line. The moment Lin Xian landed on the ground, he turned his head and saw that the terrifying sound wave had destroyed the small forest in front of him, about 10 meters wide. This was AF * King sound wave? This was practically the shock wave of a bomb. Lin Xian, stop fighting. Miao Xiao Miao saw that Lin Xian was having a hard time fighting and said. She was mainly worried that Lin Xian would accidentally get hit. That wouldn't be good. No. I said I'll kill it if it touches you. Whoosh. The Thousand Poisons Toad King leaped a dozen meters away, landing on Lin Xian. It stuck out its tongue in midair. Lin Xian. Damn it. There's still more to it. Luckily, he had Flash Shadow. With the help of his powerful Blink Shadow, Lin Xian quickly widened the distance between them. Following which, the lightning in Lin Xian's hand flashed once more as he unleashed the Lightning Thousand Blaze / once more. He only hoped that the Thousand Poisons Toad King wouldn't choose to fight him head-on, but would choose to defend. He didn't know if he would succeed or not, but this was the only way. Of course, Lin Xian had other methods, but it was best not to use them. Whoosh! The moment the Thousand Poisons Toad King landed, Lin Xian rushed over. Extreme Thunder Sky Flash. Lin Xian was so fast that the Thousand Poisons Toad King's tongue was unable to effectively capture him. As for Lin Xian, he was constantly attacking the Thousand Poisons Toad King. At the same time, thunder was condensing around him. Buzz buzz buzz. Extreme Thunder Sky Flash. Success. The terrifying lightning formed a sword formation that trapped the Thousand Poisons Toad King within, constantly bombarding its huge body. The Thousand Poisons Toad King had no choice but to release some of its power to block the lightning strikes. Miao Xiao Miao's mouth was slightly agape. Where did Lin Xian get his hands on so many powerful martial skills? This was too abnormal. She even felt that if the Thousand Poisons Toad King didn't have the Earth attribute, it would definitely die under this sword technique. However, this wasn't Lin Xian's true killing move. If Miao Xiao Miao had noticed, she would have noticed that the purple lightning around the Thousand Evils Toad King was now surrounded by a black light. Black and purple intertwined together. Exchange for attribute, strength. Lin Xian secretly exchanged for a 100% increase in strength. Whoosh, following which, Lin Xian abruptly unleashed the Lightning Thousand Blaze / Boom, this sword slashed onto the Thousand Poisons Toad King's body. The Thousand Poisons Toad King felt that Lin Xian's power wasn't a threat to it, so it didn't choose to dodge. But to be honest, it couldn't dodge anyway. Within the Extreme Thunder Sky Flash, other than the sword chi released by Lin Xian, it still had to block the countless lightning strikes. So it might as well just use the Earth attribute to block them all. However, when Lin Xian's sword chi hit it, it finally realized that something was wrong, but it was all too late. The 1,000 Poisons Toad King's huge body was directly sent flying by the lightning. Meow Xiao Meow's mouth was wide open. Why was the same skill as before able to create such a powerful effect on the 1,000 Poisons Toad King this time? The reason was simple. It was the power of the 1,000 Evils shadow. It could ignore defensive chi shields. The 1,000 Poisons Toad King's defensive chi shield was combined with the Earth attribute's defense. Lin Xian had broken through its defensive chi shield, but the Earth attribute alone was not as strong. In comparison, it was weaker by almost half. Then Lin Xian's Lightning Thousand Blaze Slash, the power of darkness, the powerful impact of lightning, and the 100% increase in strength. If he still couldn't cause any damage to the 1,000 Poisons Toad King, then Lin Xian could just go die. Taking advantage of the 1,000 Poisons Toad King's heavy injuries, Lin Xian's figure flashed and rushed over again. Lightning Flash. So. Along the way, Lin Xian condensed Heavenly Thunder Flash and threw out several Heavenly Thunder Flashes, causing an extremely terrifying explosion. So powerful. Meow Xiao Meow's eyes sparkled like stars. It was indeed powerful. This was not because beauty was in the eye of the beholder. However, in the next moment, when Meow Xiao Meow saw Lin Xian rush into the dust created by the lightning flash, there was a loud explosion. At first, Meow Xiao Meow thought that Lin Xian had thrown out something, but in the next moment, Meow Xiao Meow saw a large amount of poison splatter out. All the living things and trees within a few dozen meters that were touched by the poison instantly withered. Whoosh! Lin Xian's figure flew out. Plop! The 1,000 Poisons Toad King was dead, but before it died, it released the poison explosion. Lin Xian was too careless. He could have condensed lightning flash continuously from a distance and killed it. Why did he take the risk to rush over? Lin Xian. Meow Xiao Meow's face changed, and she rushed over with her wind attribute. Lin Xian. Meow Xiao Meow hugged Lin Xian and found that his body had turned greenish-black. This was a sign that the poison had entered the body. Lin Xian's right arm was covered in green poison, and it felt like his arm was going to rot. The poison spread quickly, and his lips turned black, and his face turned greenish-black. Lin Xian. Meow Xiao Meow hugged Lin Xian, her trembling hands trying to help Lin Xian wipe away the poison, but it was useless. The poison was absorbed the moment it came into contact with the body. Drip, drip, drip. Meow Xiao Meow hugged Lin Xian, and tears fell uncontrollably. Little Meow Meow, Lin Xian said weakly. Don't talk. Meow Xiao Meow cried and wiped her tears. Where's big sister Ling Ying? How much longer will she take? Can she be faster? Meow Xiao Meow panicked. Chapter 390. As a cultivator, she could naturally tell how deep Lin Xian's poison was and how strong it was. How long could he live if he became like this in such a short period of time? Little Meow Meow, Lin Xian called out again. Woo woo, I told you not to hit me, I told you not to hit me. But you still hit me. Meow Xiao Meow broke down and cried, burying her head in Lin Xian's arms. Because only I can touch your leg, Lin Xian said weakly. You're still talking. Don't talk anymore. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Meow Xiao Meow raised her head and wiped her tears. Her crying made her look very pitiful. Lin Xian shook his head slightly. My condition. I know. I'm afraid I can't hold on and have to go back for treatment. Wah! Hearing Lin Xian's words, Meow Xiao Meow broke down and cried again. You won't. You're so bad. A bad person can live for 1,000 years. You won't die. Meow Xiao Meow shook her head, tears flowing down her cheeks. Lin Xian slowly raised his hand. Meow Xiao Meow quickly grabbed Lin Xian's hand. Little Meow Meow, what I said to you before is true. Meow Xiao Meow's tears fell uncontrollably. What did he say before? Confess? Don't talk anymore. Talking will speed up the spread of the poison. Meow Xiao Meow was helpless and in despair. She had no way to help Lin Xian detoxify the poison. She felt very guilty, very uncomfortable. Lin Xian came to the beast domain for her and went to kill the 1,000 Poisons Toad King to avenge her. If Lin Xian died, Miao Xiao Miao really didn't know what meaning she had left. She also didn't know how to explain to Lin Xian's sister and Lin Xian's friends. She couldn't bear to. She couldn't bear to. It was as if her incomparably loved one was leaving. No. I have to say it. Lin Xian's voice became even weaker. Miao Xiao Miao tried to wipe away her tears, but they still fell uncontrollably. If I were to confess to you again, would you agree? Hearing Lin Xian's words, Miao Xiao Miao started crying again. She tried to hold it in, but she couldn't. Idiot. Big idiot. We'll talk about it when you're better. Miao Xiao Miao hugged Lin Xian, her little head buried in his chest as she let out a frightened and aggrieved cry. In other words, if I'm fine, you can be my girlfriend, right? Lin Xian asked. Amen. You'll definitely be fine. Miao Xiao Miao said with a sobbing tone. Ding. Deceiving a big sister, bad plot, scumbag value plus 500,000. When Lin Xian heard the system notification, he immediately broke the attack. That's right, he was poisoned. The moment he was poisoned, Lin Xian panicked. He was really panicking. After all, this was a mysterious Heaven Realm 6-star poison, and the toad was the leader of the 5 poisons. Although it definitely wasn't the toad, since there were such rumors, it proved that its poison was very powerful. But in the next second, when Lin Xian used the poison in his body to resist the poison, Lin Xian discovered that the 2 poisons were compatible. What did this mean? It meant that Lin Xian's poison could refine the toad's poison and make it a part of his own poison, which would strengthen his poison. So Lin Xian didn't panic. As long as he circulated his poison, the toad's poison would be absorbed. At the same time, Lin Xian thought of an extremely wretched scheme. If it succeeded, he would definitely be able to take Miao Xiao Miao down. That's right, pretend to be heavily injured. See, he succeeded just like that. Miao Xiao Miao agreed. As long as Lin Xian was fine, as long as he was alive, she would agree to be Lin Xian's girlfriend. This scheme was indeed wretched and despicable, and was in line with the actions of a scumbag, but Lin Xian had no other choice. Although it was indeed a little shameless, Lin Xian had already been shameless so many times, so one more time wouldn't make a difference. Getting a girl was more important. In other words, he was silently walking further and further down the path of being a scumbag. Really? Lin Xian confirmed as a sly grin appeared on his face. Miao Xiao Miao inexplicably felt that Lin Xian's tone wasn't right, as if he was fine. She looked at Lin Xian with teary eyes, and Lin Xian quickly returned to his weak appearance. I promise you, you must hold on. Sister Ling Ying will definitely be here soon. I'll call her. Miao Xiao Miao frantically took out her phone. Wait. Lin Xian suddenly said. Miao Xiao Miao wiped her tears and looked at Lin Xian. I feel that the poison in my body can refine the poison of the 1,000 Poisons Toad King. Let me try, maybe I can survive. Miao Xiao Miao revealed a surprised expression. Hurry up and try. She felt that if Lin Xian didn't try, he really wouldn't be able to hold on until Ling Ying arrived. Help me sit up. He had to act until the end, or he would expose himself and Miao Xiao Miao would be angry. Normally, she would be angry. She was so worried, but it turned out that he was lying to her. Of course she would be angry. Miao Xiao Miao then helped the weak Lin Xian up, and Lin Xian sat down to meditate. Stay away from me. Lin Xian. Oh. Miao Xiao Miao then let go of Lin Xian and moved a few meters away from him. Then, the poison around Lin Xian's body began to refine the poison of the 1,000 Poisons Toad King. Miao Xiao Miao sat there and stared at Lin Xian, wiping her tears. Then, her beautiful eyes revealed surprise. Because she saw that Lin Xian's dark lips, face, and skin were slowly fading to a normal color. What did this mean? It meant that the poison was dissipating. About 3 minutes later, Lin Xian's complexion completely returned to normal. Phew! Lin Xian exhaled a mouthful of turbid air, and at the same time, retracted the poison around him. I'm fine. Lin Xian then turned to look at Miao Xiaomiao, and the corners of his mouth curled up slightly. And Miao Xiaomiao was so surprised that she almost cried, and then nodded vigorously. Hug. Lin Xian smiled and reached out his hand. No. Miao Xiaomiao turned her head and wiped her tears. Lin Xian stood up. Remember what you said just now. Lin Xian walked in front of Miao Xiaomiao and gently wiped her tears again. To be honest, he felt a little sorry for her. Wah! How could he be such a jerk? F***ck. What? Miao Xiaomiao looked at Lin Xian. Just now, she was worried and scared, so she agreed to Lin Xian without thinking. That is, if I'm fine, you have to agree to be my girlfriend. You want to go back on your word? Miao Xiaomiao's face suddenly turned red. No. Miao Xiaomiao turned her head to the side and said shyly. So you agreed? No. I agreed in a hurry. Miao Xiaomiao mumbled. Wah! You didn't keep your word. I'd rather die. Lin Xian looked like he was heartbroken. No. Miao Xiaomiao hurriedly explained. For the sake of your promise, I insisted on not fainting, insisted on wanting to live, insisted on finding a way to get rid of the poison, and when I finally got rid of the poison, you actually wanted to go back on your word. Really? There's still poison left on the side, right? I don't want to live anymore. Goodbye, Miao Xiaomiao, liar meow. Chapter 391. When Miao Xiaomiao heard Lin Xian's words, she immediately felt bad. Of course it was towards her. Yes, she had already promised Lin Xian. Was it really not good to go back on her words now? However, she did not want to reject Lin Xian. It was just that as a girl, she had to reject him tactfully. No, I didn't reject you. Miao Xiaomiao mumbled softly. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. He looked as if he had succeeded in his scheme, but it disappeared in a flash. Then you didn't lie to me? No. Miao Xiaomiao lowered her head and blushed. Anyway, she quite liked Lin Xian. She might as well let him have it. After all, she had already promised him. Then you agree to be my girlfriend? Lin Xian's lips curled up and he quickly moved in front of Miao Xiaomiao. Miao Xiaomiao lowered her head and nodded lightly. He did not know why, but he felt that taking Miao Xiaomiao gave him a different feeling. He did not know what this feeling was. You really agreed? Lin Xian confirmed again and reached out to pinch Miao Xiaomiao's soft cheeks. Yes. How many times do you want me to say it? Miao Xiaomiao raised her head and pouted with a red face. Then give me a kiss. Lin Xian grinned. Go, pervert. Miao Xiaomiao rolled her eyes at Lin Xian cutely. However, there was a tinge of shyness in her eyes. It was not the same before. Lin Xian chuckled. She was such a young girl, and he was just joking around. He didn't want to harm her. Lin Xian then pulled Miao Xiaomiao's soft and delicate hand. It was especially white and tender. Miao Xiaomiao shyly tried to pull her hand back. However, after thinking about it, she was Lin Xian's girlfriend. It was only right for him to hold her hand. Miao Xiaomiao did not pull her hand back. Ding! Congratulations on completing the mission. Confess to a big sister. You have been rewarded with scumbag points plus 1 million. The mission reward, The World is Carefree, has been released. Ding! World Carefree is expected to learn it in 1 hour. Please wait. Ding! Detected that the host is cheating on 4 women. This is the behavior of a scumbag. Scumbag value plus 5 million. Ding! Host tricked a little lowly. What a scumbag. Scumbag value plus 5 million. Ding! Host has leveled up to advanced scumbag man. Lin Xian. F***ck. And it was extremely trashy. Wasn't it all because of this damned system? Lin Xian had a headache. There were already 4 people at the mahjong table. If the 4 of them were to meet, he would win the game. What should he do? Now, it was indeed satisfying. But what about the future? Could they accept each other? That's impossible, this isn't ancient times. But what was satisfying was that Miao Xiao Miao's mission gave Lin Xian 20 million scumbag points. Including the previous one, it was now 57 million. Since it reached 50 million scumbag points, Lin Xian was not stingy anymore. After all, this little girl was now his little girlfriend. He couldn't treat her badly, right? Ding! You have exchanged 4 heavenly starfruit. Cost 4,000,000. 4 million scumbag points was nothing compared to what Miao Xiao Miao got. Little girl, give me a kiss and I'll give you something good. Lin Xian rubbed Miao Xiao Miao's hair and said with a smile, "No." Miao Xiao Miao turned her head away. Although she had confirmed their relationship, her pride and shyness didn't allow her to do so. Not only her, even Ling Ying was the same. Lin Xian had spent a lot of effort to get her. Moreover, if he didn't get to know her better, it would be even harder to get her. Lin Xian did not give up. No matter what, he couldn't lose out, right? Then Lin Xian pointed at his cheek and said, "You don't need to kiss my mouth, just my face." "No." Miao Xiao Miao shyly turned around. Then I don't know who to give this good thing that can let you directly reach the mysterious heaven realm." Lin Xian weighed the heavenly star fruit in his hand. Miao Xiao Miao's big eyes sparkled. What did Lin Xian say? It can let me reach the mysterious heaven realm right now? How is that possible? Aren't cultivators only able to increase their cultivation by killing monsters? However, after thinking about it, he realized that Lin Xian had indeed come up with a lot of good things that people thought were fantastical yet effective. Wasn't that the attribute increasing potion that he had given Yi Yi previously an example? Before that, no one knew that attributes could be increased through potions. Perhaps Lin Xian was telling the truth. After all, in Miao Xiao Miao's eyes, Lin Xian was indeed very mysterious and powerful. Tisk, bragging. Miao Xiao Miao said proudly, but she was obviously moved. Why would I lie to you? Here. Lin Xian handed the heavenly star fruit to Miao Xiao Miao. She quickly reached out to take it, but Lin Xian dodged. You haven't kissed me yet, I'm not giving it. Lin Xian laughed. You're lying, this is probably an ordinary fruit that you picked on the road. Miao Xiao Miao said in disbelief when she saw the fruit in Lin Xian's hand. What's in it for me to lie to you? Just for you to kiss me on the cheek? You have to know that you're my girlfriend now, so we'll have to kiss sooner or later. I just want to give this good thing to you. You're not lying to me? Miao Xiao Miao looked at the heavenly star fruit in Lin Xian's hand, then looked at Lin Xian and asked suspiciously. Why would I lie to you? When have I ever lied to you? Humph. Too much. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose awkwardly. She seemed to be right. Hurry up, let me tell you, I also gave this fruit to Han Chuxue. She used this fruit to advance to the mysterious heaven realm. Lin Xian said. You gave it to other girls? Miao Xiao Miao questioned. Lin Xian, F*CK. Am I an idiot? But this little girl is already used to being my girlfriend, so she's starting to teach me these things? Seems a little interesting. She's my friend, and you should have heard about this from Ling Ying. I did it to help her get out of the shadows. Oh, okay. Miao Xiao Miao nodded her little head slightly. Can we kiss now? I'll give it to you if you kiss me. If it's fake, I'll never kiss you again in this life, and you can forget about touching me. I'll ignore you. Humph. Miao Xiao Miao said proudly and shyly. Come. Lin Xian smiled and moved his face closer. Miao Xiao Miao's little heart was beating too fast. She never thought that one day she would take the initiative to kiss a boy. But why did she feel like she was being cheated? She didn't understand, but she felt like she was being cheated. But she didn't have any evidence, and she didn't dare to ask. Sob. Chapter 392. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian's shameless face and felt embarrassed and unhappy. She, the great Miao Xiao Miao, was actually taken down by this big hooligan. Then, Miao Xiao Miao slowly closed her eyes. It's just a kiss, what's the big deal? It's not even a kiss on the lips. Just take it as kissing a pig's butt. Miao Xiao Miao's long eyelashes trembled slightly, proving that her heart was not calm at all. These beautiful girls were all natural beauties. Basically, they all had long eyelashes. It really looked like the finishing touch. Those long eyelashes, especially when they trembled slightly, were especially alluring. Miao Xiao Miao slowly moved forward. According to Lin Xian's temperament, he should have turned his head away and Miao Xiao Miao would have kissed him on the lips with her eyes closed. But Lin Xian did not want to harm this girl. After all, she was only 14 years old. Just a kiss on the face was enough. He really felt that he was a warm guy. Miao Xiao Miao's lips were a little cold, but very soft, especially soft. No wonder she was so young, she was still young. Then, Miao Xiao Miao quickly took a step back and hurriedly combed her bangs to hide her panic. Okay, give it to me. Then, Miao Xiao Miao stretched out her hand to Lin Xian, but her face was red and she was too cute. Here, here. Lin Xian smiled and placed the Tianxing fruit in Miao Xiao Miao's hand. The next heavenly star fruit would be worth 8 million, and he still had to prepare one for Ling Ying. So, if he used it again, it would be 16 million. Therefore, even though Lin Xian seemed to have accumulated 53 million renminbi worth of scumbag value, it really wasn't much. Miao Xiao Miao looked at the Tianxing fruit in her hand curiously. She had never seen this fruit before, but she did not feel that there was anything special about it. Can it really reach the mysterious heaven realm? On Sky Blue Planet, we can only raise our realm by killing monsters. Miao Xiao Miao still felt that it was too far-fetched. Then, do you think that the potion I gave Yi before that can increase her attributes is a fantasy? Miao Xiao Miao nodded. Although she wasn't present, she had heard about it. It was indeed a fantasy, but it had come true. Eat it now. You'll know once you eat it. Lin Xian smiled and reached out his claws towards Miao Xiao Miao's perky butt. Miao Xiao Miao. Get lost. Pervert. Die. Miao Xiao Miao quickly ran away. This bastard. Even if they were boyfriend and girlfriend now, she was still a child. This bastard already had ideas about her. Damn it. Lin Xian smiled and said nothing. It was just teasing her. He couldn't really do anything. For example, even if Miao Xiao Miao asked Lin Xian to f*ck her, Lin Xian wouldn't touch her. Although he was a man and Miao Xiao Miao was a very beautiful little loli, it was too sinful. Miao Xiao Miao blushed and took a small bite of the heavenly star fruit. Whether she believed it or not was just a guess. She would know once she ate it. Of course, although Miao Xiao Miao didn't like Lin Xian, she still believed in Lin Xian. What surprised Miao Xiao Miao was that the fruit was like jelly in her mouth. In the next second, the jelly seemed to melt into water. It was so smooth that she couldn't even swallow it. The water flowed down her throat and into her body. Amazing! Miao Xiao Miao gasped in surprise. Although she didn't feel like she had improved much with just one bite, the special texture was enough to surprise her. There's no effect. Miao Xiao Miao looked at Lin Xian and said, Eat it. Lin Xian. Oh. Then Miao Xiao Miao obediently ate the entire heavenly star fruit. After eating it, Miao Xiao Miao felt a surge of energy quickly condensing in her body and spreading to every corner of her body. Under Lin Xian's gaze, Miao Xiao Miao's feet formed a field of energy. The dust and leaves on the ground were swept up and danced around her. Shwa, a few seconds later, the energy spread out. Lin Xian released his power to block the oncoming impact and the leaves that were rushing over like bullets. Wow! Then Miao Xiao Miao's excited cry came from the front. Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. Mystic Heaven Realm, I'm at the Mystic Heaven Realm. Miao Xiao Miao was so happy that she almost jumped up in joy. Although she was smart, proud, and mature, she was still just a 14-year-old little girl. The Xian Heaven Realm was the realm that she had always dreamed of. Although she could reach a higher realm with her ability, a 14-year-old one-star Xian Heaven Realm was really too exaggerated. Han Chushue was only at the Mystic Heaven Realm 1 star. But how should she put it? Even if you were 5 years old, you could be at the Mystic Heaven Realm 1 star. Reaching a certain realm in the same year didn't mean anything. You couldn't be called a genius because you only needed the experience of monsters to level up. The most important thing was your combat strength and attributes. In other places, the younger you were, the higher your realm. That represented talent because it was purely based on cultivation. But here, it was different. Here you could level up by killing monsters. That didn't mean anything. So, generally speaking, judging whether a person was a genius or not was not based on their realm, but their combat strength and attributes. Seeing Miao Xiao Miao's happy expression, Lin Xian was also happy from the bottom of his heart. Amazing, right? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Miao Xiao Miao ran in front of Lin Xian like the wind and even wanted to hug Lin Xian. But just as she was about to reach out, she quickly stopped and said shyly, "Thank you." Lin Xian smiled and scratched her delicate little nose. "You're still saying thank you to me. Grow up quickly and warm my bed for me. That's the best thank you." "Go to hell," Miao Xiao Miao said angrily. "Also," Miao Xiao Miao said seriously, "whether I grow up or not, it's not up to me. It's up to time. What I mean is, you don't have to be old, but you have to be old in the right places," Lin Xian said with a smile. Miao Xiao Miao tilted her head and thought carefully. Then, she understood what Lin Xian meant. Scram! Damn pervert! Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Miao Xiao Miao silently lowered her head and looked at a certain place. She muttered in her heart, "Is it really that small?" Alright. You've also reached the Mystic Heaven Realm. With your wind and fire dual attributes, you should be able to get into the top 10 in the Sky Martial Tournament, right? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Miao Xiao Miao shook her head. "It's difficult. Just you, Han Chushue, and Sister Ling Ying have taken up 3 spots. There's also Qin Xiaotian. The other 2 academies also have more than 10 Mystic Heaven Realm experts." Miao Xiao Miao was helpless. "But if your strength can keep up, you don't have to worry about this. They're strong, but why can't you be stronger than them? Since when is it your turn to teach me?" Miao Xiao Miao muttered. "Because I'm your boyfriend." Chapter 393. Miao Xiao Miao pouted. Why did it feel so awkward? She was still an innocent and cute little fairy, while Lin Xian was already an old man. So what if she was Lin Xian's little girlfriend? She couldn't let him take advantage of her. Even if he wanted to, he had to wait until she was older. Who told him to call her young? Okay. I'll take it that you're right, okay? Miao Xiao Miao rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Lin Xian grinned. "Then let's kiss again." "Go to hell, kiss your head. Pervert. You like to take advantage of girls." "Ha. Am I wrong to take advantage of my little girlfriend? It's very reasonable." Miao Xiao Miao's head shook like a rattle drum. No. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh in his heart. This girl was getting cuter and cuter. Right. Miao Xiao Miao suddenly thought of something and looked at Lin Xian seriously. "What?" Lin Xian scratched his head. Miao Xiao Miao thought for a moment, then said while playing with her fingers, "Although I've been tricked by you, it depends on my mood. There are a few things we have to say first. First, you can't take advantage of me just because you're my boyfriend. I'm still young. If you take advantage of me, you're a pervert and will be sentenced. That won't do. I'm your boyfriend and you're my girlfriend. Even if you're young, our relationship is still there. If I don't take advantage of you, then what's the difference between our status and before?" Lin Xian quickly said. Although he didn't want to harm this little girl, he had to take advantage of her. Otherwise, Wouldn't it be a loss? Hearing Lin Xian's words, although it was a little infuriating, it seemed to make some sense. Then, you'll have to get my permission first. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Okay. Then Miao Xiaomiao continued playing with her fingers. Second, you're not allowed to tell anyone, especially everyone in the Wind Mercenary Group. Not even Grandpa. Why? Did I embarrass you? Lin Xian awkwardly touched the tip of his nose. Yes. Lin Xian. Hey, even if it's you, can you not answer so quickly? I beg you, can you think for a bit? Lin Xian secretly rubbed his forehead. It's mainly because I don't want others to know that I'm only 14 years old. If they find out that I'm in a relationship at such a young age, Grandpa might tell Dad and Dad might hit me. Miao Xiaomiao pouted. Lin Xian was suddenly enlightened. It turned out to be Chonzi. This girl was afraid of her father. He was only 14 years old. That was puppy love. TSK, 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 I'm so perverted. And third, you are not allowed to continue flirting with the other sisters. Lin Xian. I refuse the third point. Ah. Upon hearing Lin Xian's words, Miao Xiaomiao went crazy. Bastard. She was his girlfriend. Shouldn't he reject her right in front of her face? Lin Xian then said reasonably, think about it. You won't let me take advantage of you, and you won't let me do anything. You won't even let me kiss you. I'm a normal man. If I have a girlfriend like you and I don't have one, what should I do? Do you want me to suffocate to death? Miao Xiaomiao seriously considered Lin Xian's words. It seemed to make sense. Then what are you going to do? Miao Xiaomiao raised her head and looked at Lin Xian. That depends on what you can do. Miao Xiaomiao pouted and said, kiss my face. How is that enough? Then what else do you want? Miao Xiaomiao stomped her feet. Lin Xian smiled and said, all right. When I need you in the future, I'll look for you. Get lost. I won't agree to it. Miao Xiaomiao kicked a stone at Lin Xian and then sat on a rock beside her. Flames gathered in her palms, as if she was feeling the strength of her current strength. Lin Xian sat beside her and placed his leg on top of her slender legs. Help me knock on my leg. Miao Xiaomiao was speechless. How about I help you cremate it? Miao Xiaomiao gritted her teeth and placed the flame in her hand in front of Lin Xian. Come on. Humph. Miao Xiaomiao snorted proudly and then extinguished the flame. She then unhappily knocked on Lin Xian's leg with her small hands. This was the benefit of having a girlfriend. Even though she was still young, if Lin Xian's leg had been placed on Miao Xiaomiao's thigh in the past, she wouldn't have been able to pinch off 2 pounds of meat for Lin Xian. Although she was unhappy, she still helped Lin Xian knock on his leg. That's why there were still benefits in getting a girl. As for Carefree Under the Heavens, Lin Xian hadn't completely learned it yet. However, Carefree Under the Heavens was a Heaven Class 10-star skill. Let alone a Heaven Class 10-star skill, Lin Xian didn't even have a Heaven Class skill. He did have the Myriad Induction Heavenly Prison, but Lin Xian had never used it before. He really didn't know how strong this Heaven Class skill would be. Carefree Under the Heavens was a Heaven Class 10-star skill. That was close to a God Class skill. Lin Xian was also looking forward to seeing how strong it would be. After about 40 minutes, Lin Xian and Miao Xiaomiao heard the sound of car horns from afar. The two of them talked about a lot of things during this time. Lin Xian also tried to take advantage of her and had some success. It's coming. Then Lin Xian released a bolt of lightning into the sky. Ling Ying saw a purple bolt of lightning in the sky while driving. She knew that it was released by Lin Xian and drove over. Family. Seeing Ling Ying get out of the car, Lin Xian ran over with his arms wide open. Miao Xiaomiao pouted angrily. He even said that he wouldn't go and hook up with other girls after having her as his girlfriend. This bastard went and asked for a hug from Ling Ying right in front of her and took advantage of her. Bastard. A man's mouth was indeed a liar. He wanted to take advantage of other girls right in front of her, not to mention when she wasn't around. This was what a man was like. Miao Xiaomiao stomped her feet angrily. Ling Ying nimbly avoided Lin Xian's evil claws. He. Lin Xian wasn't unhappy that he didn't take advantage of Ling Ying. This was his big wife, the kind that could be F***ked. You came in your pajamas. Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying. What do you think? Ling Ying rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Her hair was still messy, but her looks were there. If she didn't have good looks, she wouldn't have come out so confidently. Thank you, Sister Ling Ying. Sorry for the trouble. Miao Xiaomiao walked over and thanked her. The two of them had been through the trip to Linfeng City and had gone through life and death together. They could be considered friends who had gone through life and death together. Their relationship was still very good. They would also chat in private. Miao Xiaomiao knew that Lin Xian and Linya were now living in Ling Ying's house. Chapter 394. To Miao Xiaomiao, she was quite envious of Ling Ying for being able to live with Lin Xian. Of course, she might suspect that there was a relationship between Lin Xian and Ling Ying, but it was only a suspicion. After all, Ling Ying was also very outstanding, so she might not necessarily like a bad guy like Lin Xian. However, Miao Xiaomiao felt that she had not interacted much with Lin Xian's sister, and their relationship was not very good. Moreover, she was Lin Xian's girlfriend now. Although she would not make it public, she really wanted to get along well with Lin Xian's sister and build a good relationship with her. Ling Ying looked at Miao Xiaomiao and smiled. It's fine. Your car was destroyed by demonic beasts? Miao Xiaomiao nodded. Yes, it was destroyed as soon as we got out of the car. Wah. Little Ling Ying, I asked you to come and you ignored me. Little Miao Miao just casually thanked you and you said it was fine? Why do I feel like you're treating me differently? Am I still the person you love the most? You're a piece of such *T. Lin Xian. She was a little naughty. It seemed that she was in need of some sun again after not being taught a lesson for a few days. Just you wait. Lin Xian said fiercely. This was not the first time Ling Ying heard Lin Xian say, just you wait. Every time, she would be punished very badly. It's over, it's over, it's over. It's her period. Hurry up and come. Let's go. It's already very late, so there will be fewer demonic beasts. But when dawn comes, there will be a lot of demonic beasts. Demonic beasts had a habit. There would be more demonic beasts in the middle of the night. But this time, most of the demonic beasts would come out at around 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. to hunt for food. After 2 p.m., there would be fewer demonic beasts. But around 4 or 5 p.m., when dawn was about to break, the number of demonic beasts would reach a peak again. There was a saying, purple chi from the east. Purple chi could be understood as the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Martial artists who had the God's Child system did not need it. But demonic beasts, or people from many years ago, like Bing Lingyue and the others, did not rely on the system to cultivate. It was purely through cultivation. Other than talent and hard work, they also needed heaven and earth's spiritual energy. The purple chi from the east was at that time, the spiritual energy of heaven and earth was the most abundant. It was the same for demonic beasts. They needed to cultivate to raise their cultivation levels, and many demonic beasts would come out cultivated at that time. That was the reason why there were so many demonic beasts at that time. But how should I put it? It might not be dangerous, because they were all cultivating at this time, not looking for food. So if they didn't want to attack, it would be fine even if you walked past them. However, demonic beasts basically have territorial awareness. As long as you appear, you will basically be attacked. Ling to you and the there to send them to drive to the home, to the to drive to the to drive. Yayu, SUNU. Li. Is little fairy at home? Lin Xian asked. Of course. Sister Linya is always at home. Ling Ying looked at Lin Xian, curious as to why Lin Xian would ask that. Why don't we not go home tonight? Lin Xian, who was sitting in the front passenger seat, reached out and placed his hand on Ling Ying's leg. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian, started the car, and took Lin Xian's hand away. What? Did you bring your ID card? Ling Ying was speechless. Lin Xian had already said so much. Of course she knew. She was not a young and ignorant girl. Get lost. I'll kill you. Ling Ying took out a dagger and threatened Lin Xian. If you really can't do it in the car? Lin Xian smirked. Whoosh, Ling Ying angrily stepped on the accelerator and sped off. It was late at night, and there was basically no one on the road. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. We've tried it in the living room, the sofa, the bedroom, the balcony, the kitchen, and even on the table. But we haven't tried it in the car. It's just nice that there's no one around at this time. Ling Ying was speechless. Please go to hell, okay? She was secretly helpless. This bastard was getting more and more impudent. Hey, I'm serious. Did you bring your ID card? Lin Xian said. No, get lost. Ha. You're being naughty again. No, I have to show my prestige, do you understand? As a man, I'll make sure you don't dare to be impudent with me in the future. Lin Xian smirked. Ling Ying was speechless. I'm so sleepy. Let's go home. Ling Ying admitted defeat. This Lin Xian was sometimes as bored as a child. Still sleepy? Tell me, what did you do when I wasn't around? Ling Ying let go of the steering wheel and counted with his fingers. Let me think, how many men did I have sex with yesterday? 1, 2, 3, 8. You have 8 green hats, 50 yuan each. Give me 400 yuan. Ling Ying stretched out his hand to Lin Xian. Lin Xian was speechless. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Girls can't be serious. Lin Xian rolled his eyes at Ling Ying. What? You're allowed to hook up with other girls all day long, but I'm not allowed to hook up with other boys? Ling Ying also rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. When did I hook up with other girls? Don't slander me. I swear, you're the only one I've had sex with. If I'm lying to you, I'll have ulcers on my head and pus on my feet. I'll die an ugly death. Lin Xian didn't think there was anything wrong with that. There was also Ling Long Shui. But was she a human? She was a demon. Ling Ying didn't believe Lin Xian's words. He was hanging around girls all day long. Even if he hadn't had sex with them, it could only be said that he hadn't succeeded yet. Ling Ying understood Lin Xian quite well. This man was a playboy, and his perverted nature was displayed on the outside. He wasn't the kind of person who tried his best to hide that he was a playboy. He would flirt with other girls in front of you. How to say it? This was also his unique point. Did it mean that he didn't have any ulterior motives? That didn't seem right. But he was too arrogant. Flirting with other girls in front of his girlfriend. Wow. He was too invincible. Ling Ying didn't understand how he could do this. Was it because of her connivance? But she didn't want to care about Lin Xian. It couldn't be said that she didn't want to care, but she didn't have the strength. TCH, don't swear. God knows how many girlfriends you have outside other than me. Ling Ying snorted and said. Lin Xian. Wow. This was a bit awkward. She couldn't have known something, right? That shouldn't be. How is that possible? I only have you. Ding. Hiding the truth from your girlfriend is considered a scumbag's behavior. Scumbag value plus 100,000. That's right. Lin Xian admitted that this was indeed a scumbag's behavior. He admitted it. But he couldn't just tell Ling Ying that he had other girlfriends, right? And there were 3 of them. Unless he didn't want to live anymore. Really? Ling Ying glanced at Lin Xian and then turned her head. I don't believe it. I think there are several of them. Chapter 395. Needless to say, after hearing Ling Ying's words, Lin Xian was very confident. Very confident. Did a few? What nonsense. He really didn't. I swear. I really didn't do a few. I swear on the happiness of the rest of my life. Lin Xian made a solemn vow, looking very serious and confident. Is that so? Didn't do a few? Does that mean you only did one? Ling Ying glanced at Lin Xian while driving. Lin Xian. Wow. As expected, Ling Ying was better than Miao Xiaomiao. She could hear the hidden meaning in Lin Xian's words. Although Miao Xiaomiao's IQ was high, she was still young and had less experience. Having a high IQ didn't mean that she couldn't be tricked easily. Look, she was tricked by Lin Xian. But what about Ling Ying? She was too familiar with Lin Xian's methods. She immediately caught the loophole that Lin Xian was trying to hide. Lin Xian smiled bitterly. No, not really. Lin Xian said awkwardly. Ding. Felt Ling Ying's jealousy. Scumbag man value plus 300,000. Previously, when he was jealous, the scumbag man value would at most increase by 50,000 or 100,000. This time, it directly increased by 300,000. It was enough to see how unhappy and wronged Ling Ying was, but she didn't show it. To be honest, Lin Xian really blamed himself. If it wasn't for this damn system, Lin Xian really felt that Ling Ying alone was enough. This woman was really good. Of course, Lin Ye couldn't be let off either. Even if he didn't have anything to do with other girls, just being good friends was enough. But reality didn't allow it. Lin Xian was also tired. Ling Ying was very smart. As long as Lin Xian showed a little bit of abnormality, she would be able to guess what was going on. After all, girls were very sensitive. The saying that a girl's IQ would be halved when she was in love was true. However, this so-called IQ was not the IQ of thinking, but the IQ of treating the man she liked. For example, when Ling Ying fell in love with Lin Xian, she even felt that Lin Xian had slept with other girls, but she couldn't bear to give up on him. She was even willing to let Han Chuxue and Lin Xian have some kind of relationship. Didn't this mean that she had become stupid? Of course. Han Chuxue? Ling Ying asked. Lin Xian quickly shook his head. What? No. You're the one who thinks too much. All right. Ling Ying didn't want to expose him either. Well, don't drive it home, Lin Xian said as he rubbed his nose. Although he felt guilty, he really wanted to bully Ling Ying. Get lost. Either you get out of the car and find someone else, or you go home. It's your choice. Ling Ying rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. She really felt wronged in her heart. Although she was prepared, it was useless. She was the daughter of the Ling family in Tiandu. She had countless suitors and all kinds of outstanding boys. She could forget about being with Lin Xian, but he was still fooling around outside. She couldn't do anything about it. Wow. She never thought that she would have such a day. Go home, go home. And I don't have any other girls to look for. Lin Xian grinned. Like hell I'll believe you. Ling Ying rolled her eyes at Lin Xian and said, Do you have anything to do tomorrow? No, nothing, Lin Xian quickly replied. Accompany me shopping tomorrow. Are you free? Yes, I'm free. Even if Lin Xian had something important to do, he still had to accompany Ling Ying tomorrow. This girl was too wronged, and Lin Xian really felt bad about it. Originally, he had planned to go to Ling Longshue's place tonight to complete the mission, but he felt bad about it and decided to go home and accompany Ling Ying. Okay. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Ying felt much better. Alright, big sis Linya is sick. Ling Ying suddenly thought of something and said, What? Lin Xian's face was full of surprise. She's sick. Today, when big sis Linya came home from work, she coughed and seemed to be quite weak. She didn't have any appetite for dinner, so she lay on the bed and played with her phone for a while before going to sleep. That shouldn't be. Lin Xian frowned. What's wrong? Little Fairy is at the arcane body realm now, how could she be sick? Ah! Hearing Lin Xian's words, Ling Ying was also stunned. People below the arcane body realm could still get sick, but their immunity was very high, so it was very difficult for them to get sick. However, after reaching the arcane body realm, getting sick at this realm was a bit unreasonable. Ling Ying didn't know that Linya had reached the arcane body realm. Linya relied on the fruit that Ling Long Shui gave her to advance. She was very low-key, so this kind of thing wasn't worth mentioning. So at first, Ling Ying didn't think much of Linya's illness, but when he heard Lin Xian say that she was at the arcane body realm, he was shocked. That's right, why would an arcane body realm cultivator get sick? Although nothing was absolute, the probability of an arcane body realm cultivator falling sick should be less than 1 in 100,000, right? Lin Xian nodded. She's at the arcane body realm. Let's go home first. Do you have a fever? This time, Lin Xian didn't have any thoughts of going with Ling Ying, which also made Ling Ying extremely worried. He also didn't have the mood to go shopping with Lin Xian tomorrow. If Linya was simply sick with a fever, she could just rest at home and they could also go shopping. However, an arcane body realm cultivator falling sick inexplicably made them feel that something was wrong. Ling Ying nodded. She has a fever. It's more than 39 degrees. She has taken medicine, but Sister Linya doesn't want to go for an 4. Sister Linya is asleep. Do you want to disturb her? Lin Xian said, let's go home first. For things like illness, it could only be treated through medical means. The so-called wood attribute and light attribute were useless. Therefore, it didn't mean that with the wood attribute and light attribute, there was no need for medical staff. The wood attribute and light attribute were more used to treat external injuries, internal injuries, or some poisons. Illness wasn't within the scope of treatment. Ling Ying sped up the car, and they soon arrived home. Linya's door was open. After all, there were no outsiders at home. She and Ling Ying had a good relationship, like sisters. Moreover, they were both girls, and Lin Xian was her little brother, so there was nothing taboo. Lin Xian and Ling Ying walked in quietly. They didn't dare to turn on the light, afraid that the light would wake Linya up, but it was enough to rely on the light in the living room. On the bed, Linya was lying there quietly. Because it was late autumn, the weather was relatively cold, and she was covered with a quilt that wasn't too thin. She was gentle and elegant, and it was the same when she fell asleep. Her sleeping posture was incomparably sharp compared to Ling Ying's. Ling Ying's hair would fly to the sky when she woke up the next day, but Linya would still be very neat. This was the difference. Lin Xian gently reached out his hand and placed it on Linya's forehead. She didn't wake up. How is it? Ling Ying asked curiously in a low voice. Lin Xian shook his head slightly. It's not hot anymore. The fever is gone. Phew, then it's fine. You scared me. Ling Ying patted his chest. Chapter 396. Lin Xian looked at Linya and said, Little fairy, you still have to rest at home. Without an 4 drip, it's easy for the fever to not be completely cured if you rely on medicine to reduce it. It's quite cold outside today and the wind is quite strong, so you should stay at home and rest well. I'll bring you lunch in the afternoon. If you're obedient and rest well, we'll go shopping again in the afternoon and at night, okay? For a girl, as long as it was shopping, it was like being injected with chicken blood. When Ling Ying heard that Lin Xian wanted to accompany her in the afternoon and the 3 of them would go shopping together in the evening, she didn't feel tired at all. Instead, she was especially excited. Shopping for the whole day. How cool would that be? And with Lin Xian and Linya accompanying her, it was comfortable. Linya was very disappointed when she heard that Lin Xian didn't want to take her shopping, but when she heard the second half of Lin Xian's sentence, she immediately became happy. Okay, but won't you be tired? Linya looked at Lin Xian again. Lin Xian was tired. Men and women were different. Women shopping was like men playing games. They enjoyed it and never got tired. But if Lin Xian were to shop for the whole day, he would be physically and mentally exhausted. But for their sake, he would be tired. Moreover, shopping with 2 beauties, other than being tired, it didn't seem to be a loss. Men can't say they can't, and they can't say they're tired. Lin Xian grinned. Linya and Ling Ying obviously understood what he meant. The 2 girls rolled their eyes at Lin Xian at the same time. After that, they washed up and changed into new clothes. Then, Lin Xian and Ling Ying went shopping. Linya also stayed at home to rest. Not for anything else, but to be able to go out with Lin Xian in the afternoon and evening. She was also willing to go shopping. Lin Xian realized that he was a talent. They shopped for about an hour and ate a lot of delicious food. Ling Ying also bought a lot of things, but they were all placed in the interspatial ring. This was a convenient place that didn't need Lin Xian to carry, so it was relatively less tiring. Then, Lin Xian suggested that they go watch a movie. Ling Ying naturally agreed. Ever since she started dating Lin Xian, they had never watched a movie together. But she had watched it with Linya a few times. Ling didn't think much about it. She didn't know what Lin Xian. Lin Xian's thoughts. It was to watch a movie for 2 hours. If they didn't want to watch a movie, then 2 hours. How tiring would that be? It would be better to spend these 2 hours in the theater. It would be good to just sit and watch the movie. It wouldn't be tiring at all. They would buy the last ticket and be intimate with Ling Ying. How comfortable would that be? Ling Ying really thought that Lin Xian wanted to watch a movie with her. She didn't know that Lin Xian was so scheming. If she knew, she would probably send Lin Xian flying with a kick. If other boys knew, it would be even more uncomfortable. They couldn't wait to go shopping with a beauty like Ling Ying. Let's not talk about whether they could do anything. When they walked together, people would look at them and they would feel proud. However, this man actually thought of ways to not go shopping with her. F***ck. It was really infuriating to compare oneself to others. The best part was that after watching the movie, they had to go for dinner in 2 hours. Dinner would take more than an hour. In other words, after dinner, they could basically go home. If Ling Ying didn't have enough fun, then they could go shopping for a while. Then, it wouldn't matter at all. That's right. The whole morning and afternoon passed just like that. Lin Xian said that when he went shopping with girls in the future, watching a movie would be a must. Even if he died, he couldn't let them go shopping blindly. Watching a movie for 2 hours would be enough. How comfortable would that be? It would even make the girl feel especially satisfied. Ling Ying was super satisfied. She felt that Lin Xian accompanied her for a long time. In fact, they sat there for 3 to 4 hours while eating and watching the movie. However, to her, there was no difference between going shopping and watching a movie. The main thing was that Lin Xian was by her side. Lin Xian felt that he was becoming more and more despicable. F***ck. The two of them chatted and laughed as they returned home. They took out their keys and opened the door. The moment they opened the door, the smiles on their faces froze. Their pupils suddenly shrank because they saw Linya lying on the ground beside the coffee table. At this moment, she seemed to be trying her best to get up and sit on the sofa. Little fairy, Sister Linya. The two of them quickly ran over to support Linya. It's so hot. When Ling Ying touched Linya, his first reaction was that it was hot. This wasn't just a simple fever, right? It was so hot. He had never seen someone with a fever who could be so hot. Lin Xian quickly placed Linya on the sofa. At this moment, Linya's entire body was red. It was hot. What's going on? Lin Xian frowned. Linya was a little delirious from the fever. Her eyes were closed, but her beautiful hand was tightly holding Lin Xian's hand. This is definitely not a normal fever. Lin Xian gritted his teeth. He was too careless. He should have known that it was abnormal for an arcane body state to have a fever. He should not have stopped investigating after seeing that Linya's fever had subsided. I'll call the doctor. Ling Ying quickly said and took out his phone. No need. If it was in the past, he could only leave it to the doctor. However, Lin Xian had the imperial sacred art of healing. When he saw Linya's situation, the imperial sacred art of healing's memory seemed to exist, but he could not figure it out. You're not calling the doctor? Ling Ying looked at Lin Xian with a puzzled expression. Linya's fever was not an injury. It was not a wood attribute or light attribute healing ability. Only the hospital's medical methods could help. I can try first. Go get some ice packs. Ah, okay. Although Ling Ying did not understand, she only needed to know that Lin Xian would not do anything bad for Linya. Therefore, she quickly went to prepare the ice packs according to Lin Xian's instructions. At this moment, Lin Xian was holding Lin Ya's small hand. He released the spiritual power in his body and probed her body to find the source of the illness. It was so hot. It was definitely not a normal fever or cold. There must be some mutation or something in her body. With Lin Xian's proficiency in medicine, especially the imperial sacred art of healing, he could easily find the source of the illness. For example, if there was a slight difference in a certain area, Lin Xian would be able to sense it. Other people would also be able to sense it if they didn't understand it. However, they didn't understand it. No matter how they probed, they wouldn't be able to tell what the problem was. Lin Xian closed his eyes and focused all his spiritual power on probing Lin Ya's body. Ling Ying prepared the ice packs and gently wrapped a thin towel around Lin Ya's forehead. Then, she sat at the side worriedly and watched Lin Xian check on Lin Ya. At that moment, Lin Xian seemed to have sensed something. He followed closely and opened his eyes abruptly, revealing a look of disbelief. Chapter 397. What surprised Lin Xian the most was that he had found the cause. Why would a person have a fever? There were many reasons, but the most common reason was viruses, bacteria, and other dirty things entering the body. At this time, the white blood cells would produce a bunch of cytokines to attack them, which would cause a fever. Normally, this kind of fever would be treated with medicine, and martial artists would not be able to detect the cellular level. However, Lin Xian felt that Lin Ya's fever was not a normal one, which was why he checked. However, his illness was not caused by a mutation in his body, but by an insect. That's right. There was a bug in Lin Ya's body. It was this bug that caused Lin Ya's current condition. This bug was very, very small, and when Lin Xian checked with his spiritual power, he found that this bug was not normal. Even a full-body CT would not be able to detect it. As for medicine, it was naturally useless. Why would such a bug appear in Lin Ya's body? Then, Lin Xian opened his eyes. How is it? Ling Ying quickly asked. I found it. Lin Xian breathed a sigh of relief. His spiritual power had forced the bug back, and it was useful. The most difficult thing was to detect it. Only martial artists who were especially careful could detect it. Usually, people with a fever would choose medical treatment, so no one would be able to detect it. It was a death sentence. How many people would think that a person with a fever would need a martial artist to check? Very, very few, because it was deeply ingrained in people's minds that a martial artist could not interfere with a fever. Is there a way? Lin Xian nodded. Yes. Fortunately, Lin Xian was smart enough to check on Lin Ya. If he had simply sent her to the hospital, it would have been useless. Then, Lin Xian said to Ling Ying, Give me a dagger for you. Ah. Ling Ying gave Lin Xian a dagger in a daze. Go prepare a basin, a wet towel, and gauze. Ling Ying hurriedly prepared everything and put it on the coffee table. She had no idea what Lin Xian was trying to do. Was he going to use a knife? Why did Lin Ya have a fever and why did Lin Xian have to use a knife on her? Wasn't this messing around? Little fairy, endure the pain. Lin Xian then cut open a wound on Lin Ya's fair and beautiful arm, causing blood to flow out. When Ling Ying saw this scene, he was both dumbfounded and unable to bear it. Lin Ya groaned in pain and subconsciously pulled her arm back. However, she was still in a daze and did not wake up. Lin Xian pulled her back. Lin Xian then released his spiritual energy into Lin Ya's body. The spiritual energy chased after the worm and forced it towards Lin Ya's wound. Whoosh! A small blood-red figure flew out from Lin Xian's wound. Lin Xian's eyes were sharp and his hands were fast. He immediately froze it with a slight chill and reached out to grab it. Ling Ying, help treat little fairy's wound. Ah! Oh! Ling Ying was dumbfounded the entire time. He then hurriedly helped clean Lin Ya's wound and wrapped it with gauze. The wound was actually nothing much. If she wanted it to heal faster, she could ask Lu Yufan to come over and release some would attribute healing energy. What surprised Ling Ying was that Lin Xian had just released ice attribute energy. Although it was just a bit of energy, she was certain that it was ice attribute. That was released directly by Lin Xian? It couldn't be, right? That meant that other than space, lightning, and poison, Lin Xian also had ice attribute? It couldn't be, right? But if it wasn't ice attribute, how could it be explained? What kind of demon was this Lin Xian? It was one thing for a person to have two attributes, but at this moment, Lin Xian was holding the frozen bug and observing it. What's this? After Ling Ying helped Lin Ya wrap the gauze, she saw the small ice cube in Lin Xian's hand. She then looked over and saw a very small red bug frozen inside. This bug looked more like a soft-bodied bug. It wasn't too disgusting, about 0.1 centimeters. It was really, really small. However, this fiery red color was really strange. Wait a minute. Lin Xian had just frozen this little thing? Ling Ying seemed to have seen this little thing fly out from Lin Ya's wound. Could it be that this was the thing that caused Lin Ya to have a fever? So strange. Lin Xian then said, "It's a creature called a firebug." Firebug. Ling Ying had never heard of this before. Lin Xian had also never heard of it before. However, Lin Xian recognized this bug after seeing it clearly. This was because it existed in the memories of the imperial physician's sacred technique. This was a type of goo worm. It was very disgusting. After entering the human body, it would cause the human body to burn and have a fever. Moreover, CT scans wouldn't be able to detect it. If it was allowed to grow, even martial artists wouldn't be able to detect it because it was too good at disguising itself. However, no one on planet Aqua Blue knew about goo worms. This required the control of the goo worm for it to grow. Otherwise, Lin Xian wouldn't be able to detect it. This type of firebug would cause a person to die of fever bit by bit. Most importantly, once it reached a level where even martial artists couldn't detect it, they could only watch as the person died. This was the most terrifying part. Lin Xian heaved a sigh of relief. Luckily, he wasn't too late. Planet Aqua Blue didn't seem to have goo techniques. Anyway, that was what Lin Xian remembered. However, Earth did. Ling Ying, do you know about goo techniques? Goo techniques? What's that? Lin Xian shook his head. It's nothing. Since Ling Ying didn't know about it, it shouldn't exist. Even if it existed, it shouldn't be something they could come into contact with. Luckily, he didn't know about goo techniques. Otherwise, the consequences would be unimaginable. Did this firebug accidentally enter Lin Ya's body? Lin Xian wasn't sure. In fact, Lin Xian was more inclined to believe that the firebug was man-made. Although the firebug looked quite powerful, its vitality was extremely low. It could only live in the bodies of living creatures. Otherwise, it wouldn't live for more than a few days. How could such a bug exist in Tianhua City? It couldn't fly. It only flew because Lin Xian used his spiritual power to push it up. The firebug moved slowly. It probably could only move a few dozen meters a day. How could it enter Lin Ya's body? Moreover, this bug didn't bite through flesh and enter. Normally, it would enter through a living creature's food. It would enter through its food. Therefore, Lin Xian felt that someone must have prepared the firebug specifically to attack Lin Ya. This person didn't have the ability to kill Lin Ya. Or rather, he wanted to use other methods to kill Lin Ya without leaving any traces. That's why he used the firebug. Lin Xian secretly clenched his fists. Who else? Who else wanted to attack Lin Ya? Qin Shaotian? Logically speaking, he should be the one attacking. He couldn't have attacked Lin Ya alone, right? Moreover, this was a special period. Who else could it be? Lin Xian really couldn't think of anyone. Chapter 398. Although Lin Xian didn't tell Ling Ying too much, Ling Ying was very smart. Of course she could guess what was going on. At least she knew that the frozen bug in Lin Xian's hand was the culprit that caused Lin Ya's high fever and coma. A bug that caused an arcane body realm cultivator to have a high fever and even coma might be life-threatening. This was really something that Ling Ying had never heard of before. Lin Xian then used a bit of strength and crushed the bug. Lin Xian, why would this bug appear in Sister Lin Ya's body? I've never heard of such a situation. Ling Ying asked Lin Xian in astonishment. I'm not too sure either. It's all speculation. Let's wait until little fairy wakes up and ask her if anything unusual happened during the day. Ling Ying nodded, then the two of them stood guard by Lin Ya's side. As expected, her body has cooled down. Ling Ying said with a sigh of relief after feeling the temperature of Lin Ya's body with her jade hand. Lin Xian nodded. That means it's because of this charcoal bug. After a while, Lin Ya's eyebrows slightly knitted. Lin Xian and Ling Ying hurried over. Then Lin Ya slowly opened her beautiful eyes. What entered her eyes were the two people's heads. Lin Ya's large eyes were filled with confusion. Then she moved her arm, which pulled on her wound and revealed a pained expression. Does little fairy's arm hurt? Let me help you blow on it. Lin Xian lightly pinched Lin Ya's pink cheeks and said with a smile. Lin Ya's charming face reddened. Then she sat up. What happened to me? What's with my arm? She didn't quite understand what was going on with her. Ah, you had a fever. The fever was quite serious. Then your groggy arm was injured by a knife. Lin Xian didn't tell her the truth because he didn't want her to worry. Lin Ya rubbed her forehead. It's a bit dizzy. Ling Ying poured a cup of hot water for her and placed it beside her. She understood why Lin Xian didn't tell her the truth. Lin Ya only remembered that after Lin Xian and Lin Xian left, she went to bed to take a nap. When she woke up, she wanted to make some lunch for herself. At that time, she was still normal, but she was getting dizzy and couldn't even stand. She couldn't remember anything after that. Little fairy, did you have any abnormalities in the company yesterday? Lin Xian asked. Ha! Lin Ya didn't understand why Lin Xian would ask this. Was there anyone suspicious people's rights? Someone s? Not to course I to s. Then, how did you eat? The firebug entered the human body through food. Therefore, this was what Lin Xian was concerned about. I was quite busy yesterday. When I was done, there wasn't much food left in the kitchen. I ordered some takeout for lunch. It was delivered by a delivery man. Delivery man? What kind of delivery man? Lin Xian asked quickly. As expected. If Lin Ya ate in the cafeteria normally, she would be fine. Coincidentally, something happened to her and she ordered takeout. Was there a cause and effect between them? Ling Ying understood what he meant. Lin Xian suspected that the bug entered Lin Ya's body through food. Lin Ya shook her head. I don't know. Little Qing helped me bring the takeout. What's wrong? Little Xian, do you think my fever is because of lunch? It can't be. Lin Ya asked in confusion. Little Qing was Lin Ya's assistant. Lin Xian, maybe. Little fairy, you should rest at home. Ling Ying, please take care of little fairy. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Ling Ying knew what Lin Xian was going to do. I'll go out first. Lin Xian pinched Lin Ya's cheeks out of habit and rushed out the door. Lin Ya looked at Ling Ying strangely and asked, Little Ying, is there another reason for my fever? Ling Ying shook his head. No, he just thinks it's because of the food. He wants to cause trouble. It's fine. Lin Ya wasn't a fool. There must be a reason why Lin Xian was asking such irrelevant questions and why he was in such a hurry to leave the house after asking those questions. Food. She was at the arcane body realm. If she had a fever or fainted just because she ate something, it wouldn't make sense. Therefore, Lin Ya felt that there must be something wrong with the food. But since he didn't say anything, she didn't continue asking. Big sister Lin Ya, you should rest at home for the next 2 days. I'll call Meng Meng over later and let her treat your external injuries. Won't it be too troublesome? Linya asked softly. It's not troublesome. I just invited her over for dinner. This girl ran over eagerly. Ling smiled and continued. Big Sister Linya, you should rest for a while. Let me know if there's anything. I'll go prepare the ingredients first. Thank you. Big Sister Linya, don't be so polite with me. Ling laughed and walked into the kitchen. At this moment, Lin Xian drove Linya's car to her company. Young Master Lin. Lin Xian walked through the company. Those who knew him all called him Young Master Lin. After all, they knew that he was Lin Ya's younger brother. Lin Xian came to Zhang Qingqing's office. It could be considered an office. Usually, he would help Lin Ya deal with some matters. When Lin Ya was around, she would be with Lin Xian. When she wasn't around, she would deal with things in her own office. Dong dong dong, please come in. Then, Lin Xian pushed open the door and walked in. Lin Xian? Why are you here? Zhang Qingqing was surprised to see Lin Xian. Linya wasn't here either. Zhang Qingqing was a pretty woman. She was 26 or 27 years old and was already married. She was very capable in business, so Linya made her her right-hand woman. Lin Xian didn't have a good relationship with her. That was because they didn't spend much time together. However, in the entire company, she probably interacted with Lin Xian the most. Therefore, their relationship could be considered the best. Now, there were two people that Lin Xian was suspicious of. The first was Zhang Qingqing, and the second was the delivery man. Zhang Qingqing was the one who gave Lin Ya lunch. In other words, she had interacted with Lin Ya midway. Therefore, Lin Xian suspected her. However, Lin Xian didn't suspect her too much. Lin Xian knew this person's character very well. Moreover, Lin Ya treated her well. She was just an ordinary salesperson in the company. She was chosen by Lin Ya and was promoted. However, who could say for sure what a person's heart was? Sister Qing. Lin Xian called out and sat on the sofa next to her. Zhang Qingqing poured a glass of water for Lin Xian. Of course, she could tell that Lin Xian was here for something. What's the matter? Did Boss Lin ask you to come? If there's anything, Boss Lin can just give me a call. Zhang Qingqing moved a chair and sat in front of Lin Xian. No, my sister has a fever and is resting at home. I have something to ask you, Sister Qing. Lin Xian looked into Zhang Qingqing's eyes the whole time when he spoke. Chapter 399. Anyone can lie, anywhere, but the eyes can't. The eyes are the window to the soul. This sentence is not groundless, and it is not without basis. Perhaps, you are very shrewd, very scheming, and have an incomparably calm state of mind so that you won't be exposed when you lie. However, Zhang Qingqing in front of him, although she has been in society for several years, she would never be calm to that extent. However, when Lin Xian said this sentence, her eyes didn't show the panic that Lin Xian wanted to see, only worry. Lin Xian heaved a sigh of relief. She shouldn't be. If she was, I believe that Linya would be very sad when she knew. The previous incident of the factory crystal, coupled with this incident, would she really suspect that there is no trust between people around her? Would she even suspect that there is something wrong with her character? Why do the people around her always want to harm her? Fortunately, she shouldn't be. Lin Xian still felt that he was quite good at judging people. Since he basically felt that she wasn't, then Lin Xian could tell her freely. Does President Lin have a fever? She didn't tell me. Lin Xian said, it's nothing serious. Right, Sister Qing, my sister ordered takeout for lunch yesterday, right? Zhang Qingqing didn't know why Lin Xian asked this. She nodded, yeah, President Lin usually doesn't eat takeout for a few months. It is all cooked in the cafeteria. Yesterday, President Lin was in a hurry to rush a project and didn't even have time to eat. I wanted to leave some food for her, but President Lin said that she didn't know when it would end, so I didn't leave any food. After that, there was no more food, so she could only order takeout. Did something go wrong? It shouldn't be. President Lin ordered a long-established takeout. Lin Xian hesitated slightly, and then said, she had a fever because someone did something to her. It wasn't a simple fever. Did the delivery person see it? Ah. Zhang Qingqing showed a surprised expression. Can a fever be tampered with? Could it be some kind of virus? Then she replied to Lin Xian, I saw the delivery man because I was the one who took the takeout. Any recollection? Lin Xian asked. Zhang Qingqing lowered her head and pondered. She's wearing a takeout uniform and a hat, but she's a girl. He's quite young. A young girl? Lin Xian frowned. Yes, and I feel that it's quite beautiful. It's just that the makeup is a little heavy. You reminded me. If she's just a simple deliverman, she shouldn't have such heavy makeup. Zhang Qingqing suddenly realized this point. Lin Xian also confirmed it. That was right. There were very few female delivery workers, but there were indeed some. However, a young girl with heavy makeup delivering food? This was obviously abnormal. Even if she wanted to earn money, wouldn't it be easy for her to find a higher-paying job with makeup and a pretty face? Moreover, she didn't have to be so tired. Takeout was exposed to the elements, rain or shine. It was useless to wear makeup. At the end of the day, the money she earned was not even as much as the money she spent on makeup. Of course, it might be a little exaggerated, but according to Zhang Qingqing, there was something wrong with this person. Can the surveillance camera capture it? Yes. Yes. Follow me. Then Zhang Qingqing brought Lin Xian to the surveillance room. Zhang Qingqing personally operated the surveillance camera and adjusted the video to the previous time. As she personally took the food for Linya, she definitely remembered the time very clearly. Then Lin Xian stared at the video closely. The video showed a figure wearing a yellow takeout uniform standing at the company's entrance. Soon, Zhang Qingqing's figure walked over, took the takeout, and walked back. There really didn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Sister Qing, can you zoom in? Yes. But it's a little blurry. Then Zhang Qingqing retreated and paused at the scene where it was easiest to see her face. Then she zoomed in. Zhao Mengyue? The image was a little blurry, and he couldn't see her face. However, with such a sharp chin and half of her face, Lin Xian could basically tell that she looked like Zhao Mengyue. Then, Lin Xian took out his cell phone and chatted with Wang Fugue. He didn't know where Wang Fugue had gotten Zhao Mengyue's photo. Although Wang Fugue was a little timid, he was quite good at socializing. After all, he was rich. With some money, he could basically get any information he wanted. Sister Qing, can you see if that's her? Lin Xian handed the photo over. Zhang Qingqing took a look and nodded. It's her. Why do you have her photo? Do you know her? Is she the one who wants to harm CEO Lin? Should I call the police? Zhang Qingqing bombarded him with a series of questions. With Zhang Qingqing's affirmation, Lin Xian was basically certain. Zhao Mengyue. Lin Xian secretly clenched his fists. He originally thought that this woman would no longer have anything to do with him, but he never expected her to still hold a grudge against him. However, it was normal. With a woman's temperament, it was normal for her to hold a grudge. However, based on Lin Xian's understanding of her, this woman was brainless. She wouldn't take revenge like this, right? However, that might not be the case. Lin Xian seemed to have never seen her again after he beat her up. He also didn't know her whereabouts. That's right. Other than Qin Shaotian, he should also have Zhao Mengyue as an enemy. However, Lin Xian had never thought much of Zhao Mengyue. He felt that this woman wouldn't be able to cause any trouble. He never expected that the smaller the ant, the more likely it was to cause unimaginable consequences. Her advantage was that Lin Xian didn't think much of her, so she could do whatever she wanted. Thank you, Sister Qing. Lin Xian snapped out of his daze and said to Zhang Qingqing. No, no, no. It's what I should do. President Lin isn't in any danger, right? Zhang Qingqing asked. No, but be careful of unfamiliar people who enter the company recently. Increase the security. Got it. Zhang Qingqing nodded. Then I'll take my leave first. Sister Qing, you're busy. After saying that, Lin Xian left in a hurry. In the car, Lin Xian gave Wang Fuguei a call. Brother Xian. Wang Fuguei seemed to have finished eating with Lu Junjun. Fatty, do you know where Zhao Mengyue is right now? Do you know where she is? Is she in the Sky Martial Court? Lin Xian asked. Wang Fuguei said, Brother Xian, I already asked about the photo you wanted. She hasn't appeared in Tianhua Academy since you beat her up, but she's still in Tianhua City. Where's her home? This? Zhao Mengyue lost her family 2 years ago. She's the only one left. As for where she is, Brother Xian, it might take some time to find out. Wang Fuguei said. Help me check it out. All right, it's a small matter. Brother Xian, do you have any other orders? He. Lin Xian pondered for a moment, then said, No need. Just keep an eye out for me. Right, there's one more thing. Help me check if there's a creature called the Firebug. See if you can find any information. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.